We'll go.
All right. Hello and welcome to Luers Field, where the 2A semi-state title game is about to get underway. We have the Bremen Lions and the Bishop Luers Knights. I apologize trying to get Mike put together here, but this is Cody Sears along with Christopher Heaney in the booth. I want to welcome you to the game. We're going to have starting lineups and the sponsors for the game here in just a moment. So we have the starting lineup for the Bremen Lions here. The Lions visiting from Bremen, Indiana, just a short trip from 30. It's about an hour and a 10-minute trip from Bremen to Luers Field. So starting for the Lions, we have quarterback Nate Leeper, tailback Braxton Miller, at fullback Eric Nepper. Out at wideout, we have Ethan Pike, Ben Heaney, and Zach Renner will all get their fair share of time for the Lions. At tight end, we have Mitch Huppert. Right tackle will be J.J. Sears. At right guard, Tyler Koffel. Starting at center, we have Austin Gall. And rounding out the lineup at left guard, Abe Hall, and left tackle, Caleb Koffel. When we look at the defensive side for the Lions, they run that 3-5, a tricky defense to block. They hope to cause fits in the backfield tonight against this potent Luers attack. Defensive end, we have Dylan Mullen. He's a junior. The other defensive end spot, a senior, Robert Hummel. At nose tackle, that same left guard, Abraham Hall. He's the only two-way player for the, he's one of very few two-way players for the Lions. As far as the five linebackers go, we see Tyler Johnson, Aaron Burkholder, Mitch Andrews, Tim Zimmer, and Darren Miller, a senior-dominated group at the linebacker position. And in the secondary, it's not much different. Sean Nepper, who is a senior corner. Bobby Cornett is the lone junior in the secondary. He's playing corner. And then the free safety, Benjamin Heaney, who's also a wideout. Specialist for the evening, the quarterback, Nate Leeper, also the punter. The kicker is Lucas Schlarb, a sophomore. And kick returning, you'll see Eric Nepper, Bobby Cornett back there, and punt returning for the Lions, also Ben Heaney. Now we're going to turn to Chris. He's going to give us the starting lineups for the Luers Knights.
The Luers Knights have a very dangerous offense. They can score from, have multiple players who's going to score from any place on the field, so it's going to be a very big challenge for the Bremen Lions. The Luers offense is quarterbacked by James Kanapke, number 3. He'll be joined in the backfield by fullback Logan Dorman and running back Jalen Smith, who is Division I talent, ladies and gentlemen. He is getting some looks from some big schools across the country, and he is only a junior, so he's going to be a key for the Lions if they're going to look to contain this offense. The big boys up front, 52, Jack Sturm is going to be the center, and then the guards, Matt Wood and Bill Berghoff. Javon Williams and Casey Baker are the tackles. Wide receivers, Michael Rogers and Andrew Yaney, who might have an injury. We have not heard if he'll be playing yet tonight. And then tight end, who's a very good player, 42, Drew Morkin. The defensive side of the ball for the Knights, also very talented. Jalen Smith will be a linebacker. He's that Division I talent athlete that we talked about, number 9. In the linebacking core, he'll be joined by Aaron Lawmaster and Montez Brooks, number 15. They run a 4-3, so just 3 linebackers. The down linemen, Jordan Starks and Jamar Coy Brooks, are the defensive ends, and the tackles are Dan Beckman and Everett Green. And the secondary for the Luers defense is number 1, Tyville Jemison at safety, strong safeties. Free safeties, Andrew Yaney, still not sure if he's playing or not. And corners are Andrew Spencer and Kendrick Mullen. Punter is the quarterback, much like the Lions implement, and that'll be number 3, Kanapke. Post kickers, 29, Greg Strack. Returners are 10, Rogers, 21, Spencer, 1, Jameson, and 8, Gaston. We want to give a quick shout out to all of our sponsors for tonight's game: Community Business Solution, Plaza Jewelry, Mass Service Center, Indiana Carton Company, Mapletronics Computers, Service One Professional Group, Walters Auto Sales Rental, Verizon Wireless, 4-Way Computers, and First Federal Savings Bank.
Thanks, Chris. No doubt about it, this Luers team, a very talented bunch. We've heard a lot about them. Defending 2-time state champions. They certainly have a lot of talent on the field. Chris talked about that running back, a very talented young man. Also on the offensive line, we have some very stout young men. One of them is Javon Williams, the right tackle. He is 6'7", 310 pounds. He is a senior, and he is a force on the offensive line. He's made things a lot easier this season for Mr. Jalen Smith, a junior. Keys to the game tonight, Chris. We talk about the Lions. What are the keys to stopping this Luers offense?
I think what we talked about last week with stopping Wheeler's offense is keeping Bremen's offense on the field. Chewing up that clock with that running game that we saw worked so well in the second half against Wheeler last week, the Bearcats. I think that's going to be the main thing to stop this offense that Luers brings just because of the talent level that they have. And like you said, got to contain number 9. Jalen Smith, definitely a playmaker. We've seen the diversity from this Luers offense last week against Tipton. They kind of just aired it out the whole game and let maybe just got some quick passes and let their playmakers make some plays with the ball in open space. So the Lions are going to have to wrap up and tackle. We can't have missed tackles in this one. And then definitely the Lions are not going to be able to get away with turning the ball over in this one. The Knights are too good of a team to turn the ball over against. And we see the Lions running out on the field now, welcomed by a very, very, very large Bremen crowd.
Yeah,
spilling out of the stands. Many people standing over on the Bremen side. So very good to see the people make that hour-long trip that you're talking about.
Yeah, it's a very cool atmosphere here at Luers Field, as you can kind of see from the view we're giving you. The field itself is right off of 27, which is the road that you take to come in. You can see the cars passing by behind when we have the wide view. Scoreboard is to our left. The school is to our right. Bathrooms are a little bit of a trip, so it's not friendly to the visiting crowd nor the home crowd. But we are in for a treat tonight. It is a chilly one, but no inclement weather on the way. It looks like we're going to have clear skies and just a great night for the last week of outdoor football for Indiana high school football.
Yeah, next week is going to be a warm one. Lucas Oil for whichever team gets to advance here, so might as well enjoy it while it lasts. This is the last time playing on a Friday night out under the lights. Of course, the 2A state championship will be played next Friday night, or 7 o'clock. They keep the same time slot. That's a blessing of being in 2A.
Absolutely.
Keep the same time. Don't have to really change routine that much. But like you said, this is the last one under the lights. I'm out in the cold for all these seniors. So can't let that be an excuse. Can't let that cold weather affect you.
Yeah. Lions lining up on the visitor sideline. The Knights approaching the field. They are getting a little hyped up before running out, as they are now. The home crowd cheering on their team. It's going to be a battle tonight. I think that some people have kind of written Bremen off. This powerhouse that is Fort Wayne Luers certainly has reason to believe that they could dominate this Bremen team, but they're not familiar with Bremen. They haven't seen this offense, such a balanced offensive attack from the Lions, and I certainly believe that the Lions are going to surprise them early on. We're definitely looking forward to this one.
Yeah, I think this Lions team is going to be one of the better teams that Luers has seen this year. They, of course, are in the Fort Wayne Conference, which boasts a lot of 4 and 5A schools. Luers actually doesn't play a 2A team until they get into this 2A tournament. So they've faced a lot of tough competition, but I do think the Lions are right up there with some of the better teams that they faced, such as the Dwenger or Snyder, who's also playing for a semi-state, or for semi-state this week. So it's going to be a challenge for the Knights. They're not going to be able to sleep through this one at all.
No.
They're going to have to bring one of their better games, definitely, to get out of this one with a win.
Yeah, we've heard from Matt Lindsay different times throughout the week, looking at different interviews, and from what we can gather, he certainly believes this is going to be an interesting football game for his team. He's got his guys prepped for the game. This is a coach who's won a lot of football games and has really instilled a rich tradition here at Bishop Luers. And Chris talked about some of the big wins they've had this season. You have Snyder, Dwenger, even Northside. I mean, some very big schools along the way. Within the playoffs, they haven't faced any incredibly tough teams. They've faced a Churubusco team who they dispelled handedly. They also faced Tipton last week, who they dispelled once again fairly easily. So the Lions really just have to stick close early on, be that pesky team that won't go away, keep nipping at the Luers guys' heels. And we as seniors in high school, me and Chris here, we actually had the chance to go and watch Bishop Luers play at Nepke Field over there in Jimtown. Netfield. And we really had a great game there.
One of the best games I've been able to witness. That game, Luers also came in the heavy favorite. Not many people expected Jimtown to get out of that one with a win, but Jimtown fought all game, forced some turnovers, made some stops, really contained that impressive offense that Luers had at that time. Again, the D1 talent on that team. That game ended up going to overtime, and Jimtown actually won it on a goal line stand. It was 4th and 1 for the Knights, and Jimtown just punched him right in the mouth and shut him up, and that was it. Jimtown advanced. So that's the lone time I believe that you and I have seen this Luers team. Of course, that's a completely different group of kids. All the seniors now were just freshmen at that time, but I mean, upsets happen.
Absolutely. And tonight, the second time we get to see Luers, and we hope for the same result. We hope to see another NSC team take it to the Bishop Luers Knights tonight. It should be a good one as the Knights line up to kick off. This should be a very intriguing matchup, to say the very least. I think everyone in this stadium is ready to see what happens here. Kicking for the Knights.
Kicking for the Knights is going to be number 29, Greg Strack. Pretty good leg on this kid. We'll see if he just decides to put this one deep. He is kicking with the wind, so we'll see if they do that or if they're going to try to squib. Bremen's got a pretty good return game back there, so let's see what Coach dialed up.
48 minutes of football tonight. One team will make it to the Dome, and we are underway. Returning it for the Lions is Zelmer. He takes it up the middle. He's got a little bit of room to run. He cuts outside, inside to about the 30-yard line. Good coverage there by the Luers kickoff team.
Looked like Zelmer might be able to find a crease there. He had some very good blocking by the return team. Followed his blocks well and got out to the 30. So looks like a 32 actually. So pretty good start for the Lions. Good coverage by Luers. Both teams happy with that field position, I think, for the first play of the semi-state game.
Absolutely.
Kind of get the jitters out on that first play maybe. Now it's time to go.
Lions will come on offense in the traditional I formation set. Out to the right is Ethan Pike. To the left on the far side looks to be Renner. We have in the backfield Braxton Miller. He's going to get the ball to power play to the left-hand side and nowhere to go. He is stuffed. Maybe a loss of 1 on the play.
And Braxton had a very big second half last week. It will be important for him to get going in the first half as well in this game. Can't really turn it on in 2 quarters and expect to get out of here with a win against this talented Knights team.
Yep. It appears he actually got 2 yards on the play. That's that kind of downhill mentality. It's tough to tackle Braxton Miller no matter how many blocks you get for him. So the Lions will come out yet again here. Looks like they're going to re-huddle. Officials talking some things over. Lions certainly need to hold on to the ball this game. They have to value possession, and they really need to make the most of it. But mostly keep this Luers offense off the field. They've done a good job defensively, but not a great job. We've seen a lot of turnovers by Tipton, by Cherubusco, that ultimately doomed them, haunted them in that game. And so for the Lions, like Chris said, really cannot turn the ball over here early in this game and even later into this game. It's got to be a clean slate for the Lions today.
Officials still meeting for something on this one. We're not sure exactly what's going on.
Okay. Alrighty. Seems to be a problem with the clock. They adjust. Moving it back up to 11 minutes, 20 seconds. Gotta, have everything just right here when you get to semi-state.
Yep, fine tuning.
Alrighty, Lions come out. Once again, it will be a split back set. Tight end is to the right. Out to the left side looks to be Heaney and Pike. It's a snap. It's a toss play to the left. It's a reverse play. Gets it back to Leeper. Leeper is going to scramble. He's got room to run. He's going to stiff arm one, and he's going to get out to about the 36-yard line on the play. He had a little bit of time to throw, but not too much.
Good job. Good decision by Nate on that one. Receivers downfield were covered. We saw that play from the Lions against Glenn in the last game of the season at Bremen, Bungie Field, and then we also saw that one against Wheeler last week. I think that double reverse pass that can fool some teams, but Luers was well coached. Expected that one, and it was covered downfield, so Nate did a good job making something out of nothing.
Absolutely. So nothing there for the Lions. It'll be third and a large 6 yards to gain. Split formation. Wide receiver in motion is Heaney from left to right. Ball is snapped. Leaper. It's a fire pass to Heaney, who's got it, and he is decked. Dropped down at the line of scrimmage by number 21. That is Andrew Spencer, a junior. He's 5'11".
We talked about this Luers defense, very, very fast. Definitely going to be one of the better defenses Bremen's seen. And they are pretty young, actually. Only 3 seniors starting on this defense for the Knights. That would be Jordan Starks, number 83, Montez Brooks, 15, and number 7, Andrew Yaney. So very good defensive possession by the Luers Knights. Knights
get the early stop on the Lions. We'll make sure here that Nate Leeper does everything the way he's been coached to. He does always have that option to fake. We'll see what happens here. The ball is snapped. Nate has it now. He will punt it away. It's a short knuckleball punt, and it comes back, takes a Luers bounce. It's going to be down at about the 42, 43-yard line for Luers now.
Tough assignment there for Nate, kicking straight into this wind. Kind of got it up in the air a little bit and got caught just knuckling, like you said, and took a Luers bounce. So time for Bremen defense to answer that call. Luers came out, got a 3-and-out. This Lions defense is capable of stopping these Knights. We just need to focus on wrapping up and not missing tackles.
That's right. Here come the Knights. Kanapke, the quarterback, like we've talked about all week. The running back is Smith. They've got two fullbacks in there now. It's a power play to the right-hand side. He takes it up the middle, and he's going to get maybe 3 yards on the play. Lions piling in there. Nice job at stopping the run play. They go right to that big offensive tackle, Javon Williams.
It looked like he did a good job making something on nothing there as well. It looks like he might have picked up around 3 or 4 on the play, and it looked like the Lions might have had a chance to stop him in the backfield, but he made a nice cutback and got a few extra yards there.
The Lions really have to do a nice job of containing this quarterback, number 3, Kanapke. We saw a quarterback from Wheeler last week do such a nice job of running the ball. It's the exact same formation, flip to the left side. It's another power play, and he's going to get it to the left side, and he's stopped in the backfield, met by several Lions defenders, and buried down behind the line of scrimmage, and the Lions defense fired up. Senior captain Andrew Burkholder in there on the stop for the Lions.
Good job by Dylan Mullen getting down the line, number 83. Just a sophomore playing defensive end. Had a very good season for the Lions. He was the initial one to make contact in the backfield. Slowed him down a little bit and then enabled Andrew Burkholder and crew to get there and finish him off. Loss of 2 for the Luers Knights.
Big third down now here for the Lions. We see the shotgun formation for the first time. We'll see if Coach Holmes tries to send some. Wide receiver from left to right. Spread formation, one running back in the backfield. It's snapped. Kanapke's going to roll himself to the right. He's got time to throw. He will throw, and he's got a man overthrows him, and that will be 4th down for the Knights. Just like we talked about, Lions have got to be able to, really contain him.
We saw the wind might look to be playing a pretty big role in this one. We saw the punt already for Bremen. That was pretty short. And then that pass definitely caught some wind underneath it and sailed a little bit on Kanapke. So that's going to be interesting to see how this field position plays out the rest of the night going forward.
All right, here comes the punter. He is punting with the wind. It is the quarterback, Kanapke. Lions in their traditional punt defensive formation. They've got 5 down on the line. They're going to rush some, but no real pressure. Line drive, kick out to Heaney to the 20, down to the 10, all the way down to the 3-yard line. Man, that's a tough punt right there to defend against.
Yeah, it's a very low punt, so you'd expect defenders not to be able to get down there, but they've got some very fast wingmen, the Knights do, and they were able to get down there. Ben didn't really have a chance to do much with that one. He could have caught it, but it would have been a tough catch with just the coffin corner punt that Napke just put out there. So very good punt for them, and Bremen's backed up now.
Yep, 97 yards ahead for the Lions. It's going to be a long drive, but certainly would like to see something get going here early on in this one. 7 minutes, 53 seconds left in the first quarter. We thank you for joining us here on BroadcastSport.net. Lions driving from left to right. They had the ball at their own 3-yard line after that nice punt by Kanapke. Looks like the Lions will come out in their split back formation. The tight end is to the left. You have wide receivers to the right and left on the play. Luers stacks the box. They've got a lot of men in there. Certainly going to try and get in there against this run. Here's the pitch out to Miller. He takes it, and hard to tell if he got anything on that one. Nice play by the Luers defense, stringing it out, making the play, and it looked like he might have gotten him right back at the 3-yard line.
Yeah, it looks like he might have got a couple inches there. Definitely not much to work with. This defense, like we said, is very physical, and Bremen's going to have to match the intensity.
Early on, the Luers defense looks to have the advantage. We'll see if Coach Holmes tries to do some trickery here. He went with the reverse pass pretty early on that first drive, tried to catch him off guard, but now it's 2nd and 9, ball at their own 4-yard line. You got to be careful here for the Lions, but at the same time, you don't want to be too careful. You're punting into that wind. All these factors, no back formation now, and it's a fake give up the middle to Nepper up to about the 7-yard line. Now a terrible game there on 2nd down.
Again, not much on that one. It's going to be interesting to see what Coach Holmes dials up here. If he's going to go to the pass and risk that safety with those fast rushers for Knights. or if he's going to play it safe and run the ball. Bremen's got a good run game, so I wouldn't be surprised if he keeps it on the ground, just to kind of give himself some room here.
Yep. Ball at their own 6-yard line. Certainly a little bit of room to pass, but not a whole lot. Luers line up with 4 down linemen. Lions in the same formation as last, no tailback. He fakes to Miller. Leaper's going to scramble. He's got room to the left, and he's going to get outside. He's all the way out and pushed out of bounds. First down for the Bremen Lions. Nice carry by Nate Leaper, improvising there on a good pass rush, but no contain there for the Luers Knights.
Excellent job by Nate. Maybe a little bit of over pursuit by Luers defense right there. Nate did a good job stepping up in the pocket. Pretty good coverage again downfield. They got some athletes in the secondary, and it's going to be tough for those Bremen receivers to get free. Nate saw that and realized that he had a lot of open space, and he worked with it very well.
Absolutely. Lions come out in the I formation now. As an offensive lineman, you love to see a quarterback who can scramble at times. When a guy gets that far outside of you, you really got to get your quarterback on the move. Leaper snap, handed off to Miller, and he's going nowhere. Dropped down again at the line of scrimmage. Looks like the defensive end was not picked up on that one. He makes the play easily on Braxton. Some miscommunication maybe up front by the offensive line of the Bremen Lions early.
Clock down now down to 5 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in this first quarter. It's just ticking and ticking, which is what Bremen wants. They want to shorten this game as much as they can.
Absolutely. It'll be 2nd and 8. Ball at their own 19-yard line. Room to breathe for the Lions now on offense. And I'm sure we'll see that Coach Holmes appreciates that and starts darting Lions around the field. Tight end right, split back formation. Leaper snap. It's a fake, and it's a pass out to Huppert, who catches, turns back inside. He doesn't get much, but he does get a decent gain. It looks like a gain of maybe 4 or 5 on the play.
Good play fake there by Nate. Enabled Mitch to get open. He was wide open. By the time he caught it, though, the defense is right there. He made a little bit of cut. Kind of looked like he slipped a little bit. We haven't seen too much of that. Field looks decent right now. Pretty short grass. But it has rained here earlier this week, and we might see slippery conditions as we go on.
You'd like to see Huppert almost take that one towards the sideline, continue the route where it was. Like Chris said, either he slipped or tried to turn it back inside, did not get much after the catch. It'll be 3rd and 4, ball at the 23-yard line. Lions converted their last 3rd down attempt. It's the split back formation. The tight end is to the right side. Ball is snapped. It's a play fake. He throws back to the left side. He's got Miller. Miller's going to have just enough to get back to the original. Breaks through the line of scrimmage. It's going to be close. And it was a fumble. It was ruled a fumble. The Braxton Miller fumbled the football, and the Luers Knights recover. Not a lot of reaction from the white sideline right now.
Pretty much silent. I didn't see a fumble on that one from this point of view. Well, it was kind of hard to see. There was a pile there.
Coach Holmes is now very vocal on the Bremen sideline in the officials' grill, and he is not happy about that call whatsoever.
No, and again, no instant replay in high school football. Luers is lined up and ready to go, trying to catch Bremen off balance.
Bremen defense did a nice job of shutting the Luers offense down the first time around. It's a toss play to the left. He strings it out, but he's got not a whole lot of room. That ball's loose, and it is recovered, and it is a free-for-all. Ref signals that the play is over, but there's no signal. It looks to be 2nd down. That ball was laying there.
Yeah.
That was a great pop by the Bremen defense. The ball carrier had the ball a little far out to his left. Helmet on the football. Good things happen. Ball pops right out. Luers lucky to recover that one. The real actual
fumble. Been a big momentum swing for Bremen to get that one back after just losing it on the previous play. But again, good job by the Bremen defense getting out there and getting ready with that quick. Luers getting out there real fast and trying to get going.
Luers in the I formation now. They have a tight end to the left. Lions get set just in time for the play. It's an ISO play up the middle, and Smith has a lot of room. He runs hard, finally dragged down, and there's a flag on the play.
Came in pretty late there.
Yep. Things certainly do not look to be going the Lions' way early in this one as far as the officials are concerned.
And there's a Lions player down as well near the line of scrimmage, it looks like. Can't tell who that is.
There's a number 3 there. Lions player down. The crowd for Luers appears to be cheering. Yeah,
pretty pleased. Yeah.
Why that is? Must have been the penalty. Luers Knights take a knee.
Kelly, the trainer, is out for Bremen. Does a great job with handling all the athletics over there at Bremen. She's the lone trainer, so she's got a lot of student athletes to handle, and she does a great job of that.
Absolutely. So the ball will be spotted at the 22-yard line. I'm sorry. After the penalty, it's spotted at the 6. So I'm going to have to assume it was a personal foul on the Lions. Maybe a face mask or something. We're not really
I
sure.
missed that one.
We're going to pause with the injury timeout. We're going to go to a quick commercial break. You're listening to BroadcastSport.net.
Plaza Jewelry of Bremen is a proud supporter of the Bremen Lions football team. Plaza Jewelry has been serving Marshall County since 1969 with beautiful jewelry for whatever your needs may be. With the holidays upon us, make sure to stop by their open house on December 8th from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. So during the month of December, bring in your Lions football stub and receive a 20% discount. Plaza Jewelry of Bremen wishes the Lions the best of luck in the remainder of the state tournament. Plaza Jewelry of Bremen says, Go Lions! Indiana Carton Company wants to wish the Bremen Lions the best of luck in the state football tourney. Indiana Carton Company is a premier manufacturer of folding cartons. We focus on packaging with innovative design and creative elements to enhance products in the marketplace. We offer quality packaging for bakery, deli, food service, and other related markets. Our graphic design, customer service, industry knowledge, and state-of-the-art equipment enables Indiana Carton to provide quality packaging for our customers. Indiana Carton Company says, Go Lions, bring home the state title.
Plenty of shops talk about.
Welcome back to Luers Field. Chris Heaney, Cody Sears up in the booth with you. The player being helped off the field is Tyler Johnson, one of the linebackers for the Lions.
Didn't really see what happened on that play. He's being helped off, like you said, so it appears to be something with the ankle. TJ's had leg injuries in the past, so hopefully it's not too serious.
I had heard Johnson did not get much practice time this week. That would make sense. All right, snap. Handed off up the middle to Smith. He's stopped nearing the line of scrimmage, but breaks a tackle, swings in, and he is into the end zone for the Luers Knights. A little bit of a celebration there at the end. I'll not be surprised to see a flag, but no flags seems to be thrown. There's a interesting officiating early on.
Yeah, good second effort there by Jalen Smith. Lions are not going to be able to bring him down easily by any stretch of the imagination. He's a very, very talented athlete.
So the score by Luers comes at the 3:09 mark of the first quarter. The kick here is up, and it is, looks to be good.
Yeah.
Waiting for the official signal here. A little slow, and it is good. Luers 7, Bremen nothing here.
So after the early turnover by Lions, which we talked about they would have to limit, if not have zero of, comes back to bite the Lions, giving Luers the short field. Luers put the ball on the ground on the first play. Lions weren't able to recover that, and they marched in after a penalty helped them out a little bit. So going to be important for the Lions. Got to move the ball a little bit on this possession. Looked like they might have had something going on the last drive. Nate picked up a big first down on a third down scramble. Very nice play by him. And then we had the fumble by Braxton, which we couldn't really see, but definitely the Bremen sideline was upset about that one. So we got Zomer back to return this one deep from the kick of Greg Strack.
Zomer had some room on the first one, and certainly would like to bust another good run here.
Yeah.
Definitely help the Lions get back in it. By no means are they out of this one, that's for sure. Very nasty football team. Here's the kick. It is all the way back to the goal line, but Zelmer catches and he's off. He's got some room up the middle, and he cannot get past that first line of defense. He's taken down at about the 25, 26-yard line. A great job by that kick team. It looks like he's got room up the middle every time, and they come swarming from the outside.
Yeah, Bremen does a good job blocking as well, but those wingmen for the Knights are very fast, and they're closing that gap faster than Reed can get there. So.
Yep. At this point, the wind has played a factor in both offenses. We saw Kanapke overthrow one, but they've gone to Smith, and he has paid off big time thus far for the Knights. So the Lions look to get something going on offense, ball at their own 26. It's better than starting at their own 3-yard line, that's for certain. Tight end Huppert moves to the left side. It's an I formation play now. Leaper under center. It's just a sneak, and he is met and driven down for
Wow.
no gain. Linebacker came on that one. Number 15, Montez Brooks, seemed to have saw that on film and certainly knew it was coming.
Nate has definitely done that a lot in the past. I'm not sure if that was the play call or we had a fumbled snap or if Nate thought he had something there. But he was met hard and a gain of nothing on that play for the Lions. So second and long, heading out.
You want to avoid that second and long, especially playing against a team of this caliber, because, I mean, it puts you in third and long situations just like that. But, you know, this is the hand the Lions have been dealt. 2 minutes, 30 seconds under in the first quarter now. Ball handed off to Braxton. He cuts back left side. He's got a little bit of room, and he is met by a horde of Luers defenders. It just appears they are all around the football on every single snap of the ball.
Yeah, they're swarming Braxton. He hasn't had a ton of room to go. He did look like kind of a dart play there, a counter, and had a little bit of room initially, but, I mean, that gap gets closed so fast. Definitely the best defense we've seen this year up to this point, I would believe.
Absolutely. Very quick, athletic defense for the Luers Knights. Under 2 minutes now to go in the first quarter, and the Lions have the ball at their own 28-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 8. Coach Holmes could certainly use a drive going in our favor. We don't want to punt into the wind. A first down would be great here. Single back formation, it appears, for the Lions. Moving in motion is Miller. It's a fake to the man in motion. Leaper's taken down in the backfield. He had no time to throw the ball on the play.
There was a late flag, it looked like, thrown by the official.
The flag was thrown. It looked to be a marker flag.
Might have been a marker, yeah. Interesting.
Marking the forward progress as it was taken down.
Yeah.
So the Lions a little starstruck on offense to this point. Defense has looked all right, but the early turnover did hurt them. So the clock running. We're about to go under a minute in the first quarter, and Leaper will have to punt into this tough wind.
Almost would have wished the Lions could have run off some more time there just to get Nate a little bit easier punt here with the wind. So
Luers has no down linemen. They have 2 guys all the way out to return this one. It's a shorter punt this time. Kind of dies on the bounce, and the Lions will kind of let it roll. Doesn't even get to the 50-yard line. So once again, Luers is going to start with great field position.
Yeah.
You have to kind of question that call that we started with. Receive the football. That's an interesting thing here, especially with the wind. You receive, you don't get anything going. You kind of put Luers in a good field position right off the bat, and they score. They kick it to you again. So it's kind of a tough spot for the Lions when you don't get that first drive going.
I think Coach Holmes want to come out and send a message. We saw that with Wheeler last week. Didn't receive, but on the first 5 possessions that the Lions had, the ball came out and scored a touchdown on a very talented Wheeler defense. So I think Coach Holmes just want to come out and send a message with that offense, but that not happening tonight.
Not to this point. Still plenty left to play. 39 seconds left in the first quarter. Kanapke is under center. It's the strong I formation with the additional fullback to the right. It's a play-action pass. He's got time to throw. He goes downfield. He's got a man. Heaney almost made a play on it. He was back there and gets a hand on it. Unable to make the catch as the wide receiver. That was a heck of a ball he threw to that wideout. That was a good 40 yards downfield.
Oh, yeah, and put it 45 to 50 yards, and it looks like Heaney's a little shaken up after that play. I kind of made a diving stab at that one. We'll see what happens with that.
Lions sticking with the Knights early, something that many teams to this point in the playoffs have not been able to do. A couple tough breaks, a fumble early on led to a Luers score. Luers fumbled it. Lions were unable to recover the ball. But the Lions certainly need to get into the backfield here. 2nd and 10, you can almost assuredly expect a run play from the Knights, try to shorten things for a 3rd down situation. So here come the Knights. It's that strong I formation, 2 men to the left. Running back is Smith yet again. Almost certainly going to get the ball on this play. And it is a toss play to the left side. He struggles to hang on to the ball, but he's got room. He's got plenty of it. He breaks off 2 tackles, lowering the shoulder on Smith. Is number 8 for the Lions, Mitch Andrews, making the stop. They are very quick to the edge.
Good job by Mitch. The early tacklers weren't able to wrap up on that one, even after the early bobble by Jalen. But good job, Mitch, containing him at least in the open space, wrapping him up a little bit. But, yeah, very good blocking by the end of the line for the Luers Knights as well. They sealed that edge, and Jalen read up their blocks and was able to cut off them effectively.
A great job by the Luers Knights thus far on offense. We come to a close of the first quarter, and right now, the Bishop Luers Knights seem to have the advantage. Bremen struggling on offense. Luers seeming to get into the flow of things in their offensive game. We're going to pause for a commercial break. The score at the end of 1, Luers 7, Bremen nothing.
Good service. But at Max Service Center, we're committed to it. Our #1 goal is to provide you with a high-quality, full car care service on time and within your budget. As a full-service auto shop, we can handle all your car repair needs. We can do it all right here, including completely maintaining your manufacturer's warranty. Give Mass Service Center a call today at 574-546-2155 or go online at massservicecenter.net to schedule an appointment or to find out more on how we can help you with your auto restoration project. Mass Service Center wishes the Bremen Lions the best of luck in the state tournament.
Mapletronics Computers is the place to find great computers, great service, and really great people. Stop by their showroom located at 2116 West Wilden Avenue in Goshen and see what's new in home and office computing. Their friendly service team is there to help with all of your computer repairs, whether you need a tune-up or a complete format and reinstall. New computers, high-speed DSL, Verizon Air cards, they've got it all. Mapletronics is your hometown store for computers and more. Give them a call at 534-2830 or visit their website at www.mapletronics.com.
All right, we want to thank First Federal Savings Bank, where community banking is at its best. We have been locally owned and operated since 1966. As community bankers, our continuing mission is to serve our customers with the newest competitive priced products delivered to them with state-of-the-art technology. That's First Federal Savings Bank, one of our proud sponsors of the Bremen Lions tonight.
Certainly do want to thank them. Welcome you back. And missed the play there. Not real sure what happened on that one, but it'll be second down and 5. Ball at the 20-yard line now for the Luers Knights. You see the Lions kind of standing a little bit down. Certainly could use a turnover, something to go in their favor here.
It's good to see Heaney back out there for the Lions. It also looks like I thought I saw TJ Johnson back out there. So good to see those injuries not affecting them too much.
Here's the snap. It's a carry to the right side. He is met by one Bremen Lion, but unable to take him down is Mitch Andrews. He's a little high on that tackle.
Yeah, very talented back. Luers, it's not just Jalen for the Knights. They have many backs who can go back there and break tackles, and they're going to be physical runners. So Bremen's got to do a better job of hanging on and waiting for support to come.
Bremen's got a big third down and 3 here. Ball at the 18-yard line, moving towards the end zone. They've got double tight formation here, 2 backs in the backfield, and it's a handoff straight up the middle. He's got room. He cuts it out right, and he's taken down just inside the 10-yard line. That was number 32.
Looked like 23, Sean Nepper, I believe, coming from the corner position, tripping him up, biting at the running back's ankles, which was what you got to do.
Yeah. It's tough to stop this Luers offensive line. Tough to stop these backs. They're a great football team, like we've talked about all week, and certainly going to be a challenge for the Lions to stop them early on. They've done a good job limiting them, but have not been able to get to stop these this last drive. And now going into this one, it'll be first down inside the 10-yard line, ball at the 9. So first and goal from the 9 here for the Knights, and it's a handoff to the right side up the middle. Number 32 met by a bunch of Bremen defenders, but they're just struggling to take him down at this point. These guys run very hard.
Fighting for multiple yards at the end each play, and so far they've been getting it. Just a little more physical right now than the Lions. Definitely bigger too as well, especially up on the line. So and their backfield is very has some very good size to them.
Lions will have a 2nd and 5 situation now, backed up deep in their own territory. This is a big play, 2nd and goal. Kanapke under center. Double tight formation, 2 backs, and it's a stretch play to the left side. And he is hesitating, and taken down. He waited way too long there, and the Lions defense made him pay.
Andrew Burkholder, number 51, did a great job of finishing him off on that play. Jalen was held up, tried to make a cut, looked like he slipped a little bit, and then was held. His legs were being held, and Burkholder just came and finished him over the top. So that was one of the better defensive plays we've seen from this Bremen group.
It'll be third down and a long 8 yards to go, ball at the 8-yard line. This is a tough situation for the Lions, having to stop Kanapke. I'm sure he's got multiple
There you can see it looks like Jalen Smith heading off the field, which is definitely good for the Lions. It doesn't look like an injury, just maybe getting a breather.
Kanapke's got two backs in the backfield, shotgun formation. Ball is snapped. He's got time. He hesitates. There's a flag from the far side. The official running in with the call.
And there you can see the flag sitting on the 9-yard line. Very good job by our cameraman Eric Zutwanger focusing in on that one. We've also got Matt Barr keeping stats for us, so we thank those guys.
And there's a penalty on Luers, so that'll back him up, make it a little bit more difficult. You look at the Bremen stands, and it's incredible to see all the way stretched out, even down the staircase. The entrance to
yeah, they're pretty much from end zone to end zone right now, backs of the end zone. So they're stretched over 120 yards right now.
Very impressive.
Fantastic support by the community over at Bremen.
3rd and 13. The Lions would love to get a stop here. Even a tackle in the backfield force a long field goal for the Knights would even be great as well. So Kanapke, two backs in the backfield. Shotgun formation. Here's the snap. He's got time to throw, pump fake, and he's going to roll to his right. He's got a little bit of room, not much. And a dive is missed tackle, and Dylan Mullen will force him out of bounds at about the 15-yard line. Great job of coverage by the Bremen defense, stopping him for a loss on the play.
The Knights tried a little bit of pump and go out on the outside with their wideout. Sean Nepper, Bremen senior corner, did a great job staying back on that play, not biting on that pump fake from Napke. Now it's going to be interesting to see. You've got the kicker 29 with Greg Strack. He's lined up for a field goal here, but remember they are kicking into that wind, which the flag is whipping right now. So Lions are going to have to keep their eyes out for a fake here maybe. I wouldn't put it past Luers. They're in very good field position. So the Lions are pinned deep, but looks like they're going to try it. That wind is whipping.
Could see a fake here by the Knights. You never know. I saw him kicking into the wind earlier tonight, and he was doing a fairly good job of putting them through routinely from about this spot. So here's the kick. It is up, and it looks to have pushed to the left, and it is no good. The Lions have held it to one score. So the Lions have it now. The ball will be placed at the
20-yard line after that missed kick from the 16. That would have been a very impressive kick. Definitely have the distance on that one, so impressive. But that wind maybe just kicking up a little bit at the right time, pushing that one left.
I mean, if you could see the flag here, it is absolutely whipping. That is just a huge miss, and the Lions certainly have gained some momentum there. 8 minutes to go. You see the sideline for Bremen just a little bit ago. Very excited about that last play. So now the Lions will come out on offense. Bob Holmes may try to get something quick here. Once again, 8 minutes to go in the first half. The Lions struggling to get things going on offense. You want to see Braxton Miller have one of those breakout runs. You can see him in the backfield. He's excited. He wants the ball here. I formation, tight end right, and it's going to be a give to Braxton. It's a nice little play up the middle. He breaks one. He breaks another, and he's tackled down at about the 28, 29-yard line. That's the kind of running we're used to seeing from Braxton.
That is the Braxton Miller that we saw second half in the Wheeler game last week. That's the Braxton we saw all of the John Glenn game. And very, very good-looking run there by Braxton. Good job of the offense opening up holes for him. And we've seen these corners for the Knights play some press coverage. They're up tight on these receivers. Coach is trusting them with the one-on-one matchup. So if they get beat, there's really nobody back there in that secondary.
Here's the snap. It's a fake and a give to Braxton. He's taken down. Big penetration on the left side by the Luers line. Unable to get in there. That was a big play by the Luers Knights. They get the stop. It'll be 3rd and 4 rather than 3rd and 2. So this is a big one for the Lions. You'd love to see this drive continue on. I formation here for the Lions. They've got a tight end to the right, 2 wide receivers out there. And a timeout is called by Bremen. We're going to pause for a quick commercial break. You're listening to BroadcastSport.net.
Introducing the Droid Racer by Motorola, exclusively from Verizon. The ultimate power of Droid. The legendary edge of Razer combined to form the thinnest 4G smartphone. A scratch-resistant face armored with Corning Gorilla Glass. A back plated with laser-cut Kevlar fiber. And is powered by the mind-melting speed of Verizon 4G. The fastest and most reliable 4G network in America.
Get the new Droid Racer by Motorola. Visit any Verizon store, droiddoes.com, or call 1-800-256-4646. Covers details at verizonwireless.com/bestnetwork.
Aren't you getting tired of waiting on the internet? www should not stand for World Wide Wait. 4way.net offers wireless broadband internet service with nearly 50 towers throughout St. Joseph, Southern Elkhart, Marshall, Kosciuszko, and Fulton counties. Now you too can surf the web like your friends for as little as $49 per month. 4way can deliver the internet at speeds of up to 3 megabytes per.
We're back here at Luers Field. Lions trail at 7-0 in the second quarter. 6 minutes 5-9 on the clock.
Facing a big 3rd and 4 here.
Leaper, single back formation. Moving in motion is Braxton Miller. He stops. Leaper has plenty of time to throw, and he finds his man Mitch Huppert wide open in the flats, good enough for a first down and more, all the way out to about the 39-yard line. Somehow, just one of those delay routes. Mitch Huppert stifles into the line of scrimmage, dumps out into the flats, and a great gain. Excellent play call by Coach Holmes.
Yeah, we've seen pretty much cover one throughout here for the Knights. Just playing press coverage on those wideouts, and when Mitch runs that delay route, sometimes the man who's assigned to him just might say, oh, he's just blocking, might look elsewhere for the play. But Mitch did a good job blocking and then sneaking out there and catching a little dump off from Nate. Good job, Nate, being patient on that one.
Very important drive here for the Lions as they try to get something here moving the football on offense. So 39-yard line, ball is snapped. It is a play fake. Leaper sets to throw. He's running out to the right, and he appears to have been taken down in the backfield. He just had nowhere to go with it and tried to get a scramble, but he stopped it. Big loss on that play for the Lions. That's a tough loss.
Yeah, Luers is able to match up pretty well outside right now. They got some good corners that we've been talking about, and when you have that there and able to bring a lot more on the rush, and Nate had a little bit of time at the beginning, but receivers were covered, and they didn't have time to make a second move before that pressure was on Nate. So he tried to make something on nothing, lost about 4 on that play.
Second and a long 15. It's an I formation now. He's got tight end right, 2 wide receivers, 1 out to each side. Here's the snap, and it is a play fake again. Leaper throws it right off of the back of his lineman. A hard hit by number 5 of Bishop Luers. That's Jamarque Brooks, a junior, came off the backside. They're just very quick. The play action might not be the best solution right now for the Lions. Not getting a lot of time to throw it.
No, they're trying to fool Luers with that play fake to Braxton. Maybe need to get the run game going a little bit before trying to work the play action and getting those receivers. But like you said, not much time at all right now for Nate. Definitely not enough time for those receivers to try and make a double move on these corners.
Might be an interesting time for a screenplay. We've seen Coach Holmes do it before. It's a spread formation. First time we've seen Nate back in the gun. Try to earn a little bit of extra time. He's got 1 back with him. He's in protection. He throws to the sideline corner route to Nepper, and that ball is just out of the outstretched hands of Nepper. It'll be 4th down, so the Lions are stopped once again. 5 minutes 35 seconds left here in the first half, but the advantage is they are punting with the wind. Hopefully this ball will carry for the Lions this time around. Luers has not brought anyone to this point, but a lot of looks to the sideline. We might see them bring some pressure on this one. Nate has to be aware of that. He's had all day to punt. They might turn it loose on this one. Nate back to punt. He's standing at about his own 22, 23-yard line. That is where he will launch it from. Nice snap. Here's the punt by Leaper, and it's a good punt. End over end. It gets over the receiver's hands, and it looked like he touched it. Heaney jumps to touch the ball. That was interesting. Number 21 ran back at it as though he almost touched the ball.
Yeah, it almost looked like he did. I mean, he might have just totally whiffed it on the punt originally. So Luers might catch a lucky break right there. Him not having touched it, but yeah, him running back like that certainly makes it appear that he would have touched it, but refs didn't see it that way. So very good punt though by Nate.
Heaney, great hustle to get down there. That ends up being a tremendous punt. The ball will be spotted at Luers' own 15-yard line. The field position battle here in this first half is very important. 5 minutes, 24 seconds left. Kanapke will be in the spread formation, bunched to the right, and he's got a wide receiver out to his left. Wide receiver in motion. He's going to get the ball to the right side, and he's in the backfield, and he's stopped. At the original line of scrimmage, a flag comes in. We'll see what that is. Hope to see a hold here. Here's the call, and there's a hold on the Luers Knights. That'll back them up, taking them from the 15 probably to about the 7.5-yard line. When you're inside the 20 like that, it's just half a distance.
Yeah. I want to give a shout-out to Bremen fan Rob Heaney, watching with his family from Indianapolis. We appreciate you tuning in and showing support for the Bremen Lions.
not everyone can make the trip, and that's what we're here for.
Although it almost looks like everybody did.
It certainly does. There's a great showing by this Bremen crowd. We cannot say it enough. We keep looking over, and it's just so impressive to see all these guys out supporting this team who has really just been the talk of the community in the last few weeks and really all season long. So Bremen accepts the penalty. It'll be 1st and 16 from their own 6-yard line. Bremen might be sending some pressure here. Kanapke's got 3 receivers out, bunch left. It might be a quick screen play. Coach Holmes has got to be careful here. And it's a play fake. He gives it up the middle. Smith has room to run, and he's taken down past the 10-yard line out to about the 13 or 14-yard line.
Little draw play from Luers. That's one of the more complex handoffs plays that you can run. Just kind of trying to get Bremen backpedaling there. Bremen might be thinking pass in that situation, so give those linebackers time to backpedal, and then they're going to try to hit him with a quick handoff to Jalen. So Bremen not too bad of a job stuffing that one out. Looks like a gain of about 5 or 6 on that play.
2nd and 9, so it looks about a 7-yard gain the way they're marking it. Spread formation again, Butch left. He's got the tailback, and he's going to throw that screen play to the left side, and it is dropped by the intended receiver. Interesting there. You know, we saw that in the last formation. They certainly have numbers to make that play successful. If that guy makes that catch, Luers could be in good position.
Looked like he had some room to work with. Had blockers out there for sure. Wasn't able to reel that one in. Napke put that one a little bit behind him. And on that route, it's all about timing and positioning. And if Napke puts that one on the money, he's definitely got some room to work with.
But instead, it will be 3rd and 9 yards. Luers 2 wide receivers to the right, 2 wide receivers to the left. Spread formation again for Kanapke. Here's the snap, throwing into that tough one. He's got a lot of time, and he's going to go deep. He's got number 10 short, and it's almost picked off. Almost a good play there. You never know. I mean, with the way this game's going,
definitely.
They have the ball pinned at their own 13-yard line. A punt here into this tough wind. You know, I don't know that Luers can really get better field position than that. Lions might be able to get better from this. So.
Didn't look like that was an intentional drop, but it might, like you said, might end up benefiting the Lions here. Looked like the receiver had them beat maybe, but no way Napke's going to be able to throw that ball into the wind that far. So Bremen secondary getting away with one there, it looked like.
The wind playing a huge factor here early on, as we just saw on that one. Lions bring the heat. Punt is straight up in the air, and it will be fielded by Ben Heaney. A little bit of a tough looking at that one in.
Yeah.
But the ball is spotted at about the 43-yard line. Lions are going to be in Luers territory for the first time this game, and you can hear it on the Bremen sideline. They are ready for some good offensive football.
There you see a shot of all the Bremen fans stretching, like we said, from it's behind the end zone, folks. So it's not even end zone to end zone. It's further. I put this stretch on the fence at about 130, 140 yards, and then obviously the bleachers are full. These people are just so passionate about their Bremen football.
This is a huge drive now for the Lions. Would love to get a score here before the half. 4 minutes, 17 seconds. Single back formation for Leeper. Miller comes in motion, and he hands it off to the right. Miller has room on the outside. He cuts it up at the last second. He's got room down the sideline. Knocked out of bounds. Almost thought I saw a flag come in late there, but good carry by Braxton. He gets a great gain on the play on first down, and that's the important thing. You know, we've seen a lot of 2nd and 10s for the Lions, but they need to manage their downs wisely, and a play like that gives you 9 yards on first down. And now
it's like 2nd and 4, 3. They marked him out a little earlier than we would have thought. We've seen the Lions try to go up the middle a lot and get stuffed on those early first down plays. So it's good play call by Holmes there to kind of get Braxton going with full head of steam to the outside, and he's able to elude that inside pressure.
High formation. Here's the handoff to the fullback, and he's got room taken down. That'll be good enough for a first down, Lions. Great play. Nepper taking the ball up the middle. Just a great game by that young man, and the Lions continue to drive. They got to start running the football. I mean, this is what Bremen does in a passing game, like in a day like tonight, where the wind is just going all over the field. It's got to be short passing and those hard runs off tackle and inside tackles. So here we go. Leeper is the lone man in the backfield as he sends Nepper out to the right.
5 wide.
We might see Braxton come in motion. We do yet again. And it is snapped. It's a play fake. And he's got time. He throws deep up top, and he overthrows his intended wideout, Ben Heaney, on that one. Like we said, throwing into this one is tough. Coach Holmes tries to catch him off guard there on 1st and 10.
Good job by Nate, though, putting that one only where Ben could get it.
That's right.
Not underthrowing it, which was the important thing. Especially with this wind, that was a good job. Maybe that ball might have got pushed a little bit. Could have been right on the money, perhaps, if there was a little bit less wind. But good positioning on that ball by Nate.
3 minutes, 35 seconds here to go in the first half. The Lions trying to get something here on offense, some points on the board going into the half. We are really enjoying this one here at Luers Field. We got one running back in the backfield. Miller comes in motion. Ball, play fake. Nate is under pressure, steps up. He's thrown, and it looks to be intentional contact. I'm sorry, unintentional contact.
Looks like they believe it was unintentional. Pike looked like he wanted a call there. Tough call to make, especially when the defender was unable to get to that ball. They might have deemed that one uncatchable, but we're seeing the Lions take some shots here, and now stuck with the 3rd and 10 after moving it on the ground the first couple of plays. So
I think it's been 4-down territory ever since they moved into this part of the field.
I agree.
But now it puts them at a disadvantage with 3rd and 10. So 2 plays to get a first down here for the Lions. 2 overthrown fade routes. They have man-to-man on the outside. And, Bremen's trying to take advantage of that, but with this wind whipping all over, you can almost hear it coming in the box there. Miller in motion, shotgun formation, and it is a
ball looks like it's on the ground.
Interesting play. That just looked like a mess. Abe Hall was all the way in the back where the quarterback was. Not really sure what happened there other than a whole lot of penetration for the Luers Knights defense.
Yeah.
So I would assume, being the field position they have here for the Lions, may try to take advantage, pin the Knights deep. But we'll see here. It might be, we've seen, the spread formation where Lieber tries to punt out of it.
The clock is ticking. We're under 3 minutes now here till half.
8 seconds left on the play clock.
Yeah.
And they're going to go for it. It's an I formation play. 4th and 14, a huge challenge for the Lions. And Nate drops back. He's got time. He's going up. It's a floater to Pike. Jump ball. And it was just knocked away. I mean, that's just...
Great job by the defender. He stayed inside him. Didn't allow Pike, who's made so many plays this year on jump balls, didn't allow him to get his feet off the ground and just stayed in between him and the ball and did a good job knocking it down.
Lions halted on probably their best field position to start a drive all game. 3 pass plays on the drive and then 1 broken play in the backfield. They ran the ball those first 2 plays, then they go to the air. It's it's an interesting play called by Coach Holmes. He has a lot of trust in this offense, a lot of trust in his quarterback. He had the man-to-man.
He's trying to make the defense respect the Bremen receivers and not let them think that they can just match up one-on-one.
Absolutely. So Bremen defense looking for another stop. It's a handoff to the left side, who breaks off a couple tacklers and is met. Maybe a 1 or 2 yard gain. He's had a few good carries, but for the most part, the Lions have done a nice job of limiting him.
Yeah, good job of swarming him on that play. Broke a couple tackles early, but overall, the Lions were able to get there and contain him from getting too many yards.
Two minutes to go here in the first half. The Knights may look to try and get another score, and it's a handoff to the right side, and he's tackled in the backfield. The Lions really starting to swarm to the football now. Defensively, I think that was the big question coming into the game for the Lions. Can we stop the Luers Knights? And tonight they've proven that they certainly can do that. Offensively is the biggest question for the Lions is, when are we going to finally get that ball into the end zone?
Really just that one drive where the Knights got the ball at about the 20-yard line after a fumble. That's been the only score tonight. And so both defenses have done a pretty good job, no doubt, aided by this wind that continues to whip the flag on the flagpole.
3rd and 6, 1 minute 22, clock ticking down. Luers has not taken any timeouts to this point. Spread formation, 2 backs in the backfield. And the Lions come on a big blitz. They try to get in the backfield, and it's caught by number 10. And he is cutting twice, stiff arms. And he's got a lot of room down the sideline. And number 10 is off to the races. He stiff arms 2 Bremen defenders, and he is into the end zone for the Luers Knights. A big play, huge gain on that one. And Luers picks up a big score before the half. Missed tackles in open space will doom you.
Yeah, that one really hurts with Luers getting the ball at half. We saw this Bremen kind of on the reverse end of this last week. Of course, they still have time. They still have 1 minute to work with here in the half, and the wind at their back. But we saw Bremen score late in the half against Wheeler with about 3 seconds left, and then receive the ball in the second half, which is just such a boost killer, really. And that one's going to hurt a little bit, but the Lions are going to have to regroup. They're definitely not out of this one. Just a 2-score game right now, and they've still got 1 minute to work with here.
Kick is up and good, so it'll be 14-0 here with a minute left to go in the first half. Lions need to be smart with the football. Certainly cannot give up any turnovers, anything to that effect here nearing the end of the half. Luers with a big play. That number 10 was Michael Rogers. We've heard a lot about him this week. He's only a junior. He's up there at the same level as the tailback, number 9 Smith. So this is a very important last minute here for the Lions. We'll see what they come out with here. A kick return would be great. We want to give a shout out to the Zeltwanger family back in Bremen.
I believe they're tuning in from Chicago tonight, actually.
Oh, wow.
Well,
yes, Ron, Lana, and Renee in Chicago. Actually, I believe Renee is in Chicago for an interview, so good luck to you, Renee. Zeltwanger family joining us, and it's a pleasure to have them along for this game. They are cheering on the Lions, no doubt. So Luers to kick off here, a minute left in the first half. A big return as they kick into this win. We'll see if Luers decides to go with a short kick. They kick it deep. It's kind of a squib.
That one's going out of bounds.
Straight out of bounds. No clock runs out, and the Lions will have the ball at their own 40-yard line. So once again, good field position to start the drive for the Lions. They have 2 timeouts remaining here in the first half, and they will look to get something on offense. They do have the wind at their backs, which could help on a field goal, but Coach Holmes has not allowed Lucas Schlaub to kick many kicks this year. He actually only has 1 field goal the entire season.
Yeah. The receivers really haven't been able to beat those corners yet. That's been an interesting matchup that we looked forward to seeing in this one, and so far I'd credit the Luers defense on that one, winning this one on the secondary, just outplaying the Bremen receivers to this point. But I mean, Nate hasn't had a whole lot of time, so we'll see. This is a very talented defense.
Single back formation, Miller in motion, and he gives to Nepper, who's got room on the left side, and he's going to take off. Oh, if Nepper's brother could have only picked up that block, he seemed to have even more room to run. He is going to have the ball.
Lions line up quickly as the chains are getting moved. Clock has stopped at 53 seconds left in this first half.
He just got enough for the first down there. Leaper with now a split back formation. It's a toss play to Braxton on the left side. He doesn't have a whole lot of room, but he's going to gain some yards. Taken out of bounds, and there's a late shove by 15. No flag seems to be thrown by the officials yet again, and that certainly was a shove out of bounds there, Chris.
Definitely. Braxton did a good job fighting to get out of bounds, and I think, as he should, he thought the play was over when he crossed that white line. Number 15 on the defense had a few extra shoves for him. Again, not called by the officials. Kind of tough to see in that. They kind of went into the mix of that whole sideline there.
It'll be second down. Ball at the 45-yard line. 45-yard line, yes, for the Lions. No real gain there. 2nd and 10. Spread formation. The Lions really have to do a good job up front, giving Nate some time to throw here, and they give him some pretty decent time. He steps up in the pocket, goes downfield. He's got Heaney open. Heaney makes one shake move, and he's down. Spearheaded by number 1 down at the 35-yard line. Lions bring a bit of a blitz. Luers brings a bit of a blitz there. There is a flag on the play.
Looked like a late hit, maybe. I'm not sure where that flag was thrown. Was it in the backfield?
And yes, it looks like to be a roughing the passer call. And finally, the Lions starting to catch some breaks on offense. And you can see the offensive line getting excited. They gave Nate a lot of time there. The over pursuit once again by the D-line of the Fort Wayne Luers Knights. When Nate drops straight back, when there's no play action involved, he's got time and he's making great plays with the ball in his hand. Luers coaches yelling in from the sideline. They're frustrated. Definitely do not want to see the Lions get a score here before the half. But the Lions crowd is up and rowdy, and the Lions offense is moving at the same pace. We now have the ball at the 20-yard line. Chris, you made that comment that, they never seem to end a half till it's over, and they're moving the ball right down the field here. And it's a timeout for Bremen. They had 2. They're going to take one of those final 2 here with 36 seconds left Interesting call because you have that penalty. You almost have enough time to get the play call in and get set and go, but he chooses to take the timeout now with 36 seconds left. So
I think Holmes might have a specific play that he wants to run in this situation. Maybe even give. I mean, think in this situation, give them a couple of plays to work with that you would, just in case the first one doesn't work out, you got to get back on the ball and run something. But that last play we saw, we've been talking about the Luers corners being so impressive throughout this game. And I mean, it doesn't matter when Nate has that kind of time. It doesn't matter how many receiver or how many corners are back there, how much skill they have. These Bremen receivers are going to get open if Nate's got all that time. We saw that with it, three receivers going deep and Heaney kind of coming across late across the middle. I think they might call that one the Viper play. So that one's kind of worked throughout the season. It's been a go-to, a staple of Coach Holmes' offense, no doubt, through the years. So it was good to see Nate have some time there, and he was able to step up in the pocket and even deliver while getting hit late there.
we got a shout-out for Jean and Sue. I believe it's Perot. I hope I'm not mispronouncing your names. They're joining us from Sebring, Florida.
Wow.
I'm sure you're enjoying
no doubt a little bit warmer.
That's right, some better weather than we're having here, but we cannot complain because we've got a great game on our hands. The Lions split back formation, trying to get a score in before the half. Leaper under center. Here's the snap. It's a play fake. Fakes again to the backside. He's got a man on the flats. Is Braxton. He's got room to the goal line, and the Lions score. The Lions are in, and they have scored on this untouchable Luers defense to this point. The play fakes, stretching out the play. Offensive line does a stellar job for Bremen, and they are making this a point to keep this game close. You know, they give up that long play. Everything seems to be in Luers' favor. There's still 27 seconds left, and who knows, they could certainly get another score. But as far as this score goes, it is huge for the Lions going into half.
Yeah, it is. I mean, a lot of people might have thought that was the score by Luers with 1 minute left, and then receiving the second half was just a huge killer. Maybe the final blow dealt to the Lions, but their offense just responded remarkably with a 30-second drive when you look at it, just marching down the field.
Kick by Lucas Schlarb is up. It looks to be good, and the refs signal it is. The Lions trail it 14-7 here at Luers Field, but a huge score before the half. They go 65 yards in 30 seconds. I don't think they've had that much total yardage in the entire first half.
No, I would say that would double it.
That's right. So the Lions, some serious momentum here, and this Luers faithful quiet. I don't think they've seen a score this early in a game at home in a while.
Yeah, I think they're shocked. I don't think a lot of them expected a 7-point ball game at the half. A lot of them expected Bremen maybe to hang around for half of the first quarter, maybe, from what we've heard. But here it is, halftime, Bremen down 7. Of course, I mean, there is still 27 seconds remaining, and we just saw Bremen put together a 30-second drive for 7 points. So anything can happen here. Luers got some very talented athletes on the return team. I would expect, although with the win, maybe Coach Holmes will have Braxton kick it deep, but I would almost expect a squib here. Maybe try to get to bounce off one of them.
I was going to say, we remember the John Glenn game. Very similar situation at the half. Lions were trailing in that one. Braxton Miller kicked it off the front man on the line, but Luers, everyone facing Braxton Miller at this point. I don't think they're going to let anything
slide. I think they've
seen
that one before.
I think they've seen this one before. So I would almost expect Braxton to certainly kick it deep, but you don't really want to give this guy a chance to return the football, so we'll see what happens. It is a squib kick right up the middle. It takes a tough bounce through the legs, and the man will field it at the 10-yard line. That is Smith, I believe. He is hit several times, keeps stiffing off.
A flag thrown.
There is a flag thrown and a big drive, big hit, drop down. Great square and wrap up by number 1. Zach Renner, an intense tackle there. He got him by the legs, drove right through him.
Definitely one of the better finishes we've seen tonight by a man who's a wide receiver. Doesn't even get a whole lot of time on the defense. So great job of Zach by just wrapping him up and driving those legs. We haven't seen much of that leg drive tackling from the Lions defense yet. So that flag appears to be on the Luers Knights. They'll push them back even further with 17 seconds remaining to the half.
Seems to be moving to the Bremen sideline, and you can hear it over there. The Lions are excited. The importance is they take this into half and they bring it back with them. I mean, we've seen Bremen the last few weeks. They are such a great second half team, making adjustments, doing the things that are necessary to get wins in ball games like this. Luers will have the ball at their own 19-yard line, single back formation, 4 wide receivers out there. Bremen certainly has to respect that, and they are just going to kneel it. They're going to kneel it and go into half satisfied with this 14-7 score. We're going to take a break. We're going to kind of digest this first half, and what a first half it was. The Lions hanging with these very good Bishop Luers Knights. We're going to take a commercial break. We'll have some halftime analysis here very soon for you. You're listening to BroadcastSport.net.
For second and beyond, contact fourway.net at 574-277-7720 for an up-to-date status for your area. If you are in an area that you feel may benefit from their service, let them know. Visit their website at www.fourway.net. Service One Professional Group of Elkhart provides complete electrical and mechanical services to industrial, commercial, and institutional clients throughout northern Indiana and southwest Michigan. Since 2005, their team has excelled at maintaining to perform their services with integrity and professionalism. This commitment has made them able to build and maintain solid relationships with their customers. With project scopes ranging from construction to technological advances, Service One Professional Group can complete the job from the design stage to the startup. To learn more about Service One Professional Group, call them at 574-522-5651 or visit their website at serviceonegroup.com. Community Business Equipment of Bremen and Napanee is a local business providing jobs and supporting nonprofit organization in our area. They live, shop, work, and play locally, supporting local business along beside you for the benefit of our community. Community Business Equipment will offer you everyday low prices on office supplies, furniture, equipment, janitorial, and break room supplies, along with specialty items such as rubber stamps, signs, custom forms, and much more. Their factory-trained service department offers service on all kinds of office equipment, from a small desktop calculator to your 80-page-per-minute copy machine and everything in between. Stop in Bremen or Napanee and visit their website at www.communitybusinessequipment.com. Walters Auto Sales in Elkhart is a family-owned and operated dealership that has been in business since 1975. Over the last 34 years, we have provided thousands of customers quality pre-owned vehicles at wholesale prices. All of our cars are new car dealer trade-ins, leased cars, or local trade-ins. Only the best for our customers, and a free Carfax report is available on any car by request. Call Walters Sales Office at 970-1360 or the Service Department at 293-1707 or visit their website at walters1975.com. Plaza Jewelry of Bremen is a proud supporter of the Bremen Lions football team. Plaza Jewelry has been serving Marshall County since 1969 with beautiful jewelry for whatever your needs may be. With the holidays upon us, make sure to stop by their open house on December 8th from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. So during the month of December, bring in your Lions football stuff and receive a 20% discount. Plaza Jewelry. Plaza Jewelry of Bremen is a proud supporter of the Bremen Lions football team. Plaza Jewelry has been serving Marshall County since 1969 with beautiful jewelry for whatever your needs may be. With the holidays upon us, make sure to stop by their open house on December 8th from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. So during the month of December, bring in your Lions football stub and receive a 20% discount. Plaza Jewelry of Bremen wishes the Lions the best of luck in the remainder of the state tournament. Plaza Jewelry of Bremen says, "Go Lions!" Indiana Carton Company wants to wish the Bremen Lions the best of luck in the state football tourney. Indiana Carton Company is a premier manufacturer of folding cartons. We focus on packaging with innovative design and creative elements to enhance products in the marketplace. We offer quality packaging for bakery, deli, food service, and other related markets. Our graphic design, customer service, industry knowledge, and state-of-the-art equipment enables Indiana Carton to provide quality packaging for our customers. Indiana Carton Company says, "Go Lions, bring home the state title."
Plenty of shops talk about good service, but at Matt's Service Center, we're committed to it. Our number one goal is to provide you with a high-quality, total car care service on time and within your budget. As a full-service auto shop, we can handle all your car repair needs. We can do it all right here, including completely maintaining your manufacturer's warranty. Give Matt's Service Center a call today at 574-546-2155. Or go online at massservicecenter.net to schedule an appointment or to find out more on how we can help you with your auto restoration project. Mass Service Center wishes the Bremen Lions the best of luck in the state.
Plaza Jewelry of Bremen is a proud supporter of the Bremen Lions football team. Plaza Jewelry has been serving Marshall County since 1969 with beautiful jewelry for whatever your needs may be. With the holidays upon us, make sure to stop by their open house on December 8th from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. So during the month of December, bring in your Lions football stub and receive a 20% discount. Plaza Jewelry of Bremen wishes the Lions the best of luck in the remainder of the state tournament. Plaza Jewelry of Bremen says, Go Lions! Indiana Carton Company wants to wish the Bremen Lions the best of luck in the state football tourney. Indiana Carton Company is a premier manufacturer of folding cartons. We focus on packaging with innovative design and creative elements to enhance products in the marketplace. We offer quality packaging for bakery, deli, food service, and other related markets. Our graphic design, customer service, industry knowledge, and state-of-the-art equipment enables Indiana Carton to provide quality packaging for our customers. Indiana Carton Company says, Go Lions, bring home the state title.
Welcome back to Luers Field. We are at half. Bremen trailing in this one 14-7. A late score, making this a much closer ball game. So now, Chris Heaney has some scores from around the area for us. He's going to go ahead and read some of those off.
Yeah, obviously only 9 other games tonight. Those teams playing for that berth at Lucas Oil next week. We've gotten kind of a surprise game right now. We've got Center Grove leading Carmel 17-0. That one appears to be at the half. We've got another game over here in Fort Wayne up at Leo. Leo is trailing 3-7 to South Bend, Washington in the third quarter in that one. In the semi-state game over at Indianapolis Cathedral, Cathedral leads Columbus East 27-0. That one doesn't appear to be much of a game at all. Corydon is trailing Indianapolis Chittard 6-21 right now. I don't believe that is much of a surprise either. That one is also at the half. At the half, this may be a little bit of a shocker. Lafayette Central Catholic only up 7-0 on Sheridan. Many people expected Lafayette Central Catholic to dominate that one. Still one-score game at the half. Up at Penn, we have Penn is leading at the half 14-3. Penn still undefeated. Looked very impressive. Already beat Snyder once this year, so looking very good in that game. And South Bend St. Joe is leading 14-0 over West Lafayette. So a lot of the area teams up near South Bend doing very well thus far. And obviously this Bremen game is 14-7, led by the Luers Knights at the half. And then the last game for tonight, Indianapolis Cecina is defeating Linton Stockton 17-0, and that one is also at the half. So some interesting scores, maybe some upsets, things we didn't expect. Games a little closer than they have been. What do you got from the Bremen game? You got some stats there?
Well, like you said, Chris, there's a lot of close games that we didn't think should have been, but, this is semi-state, and any team that makes it to semi-state certainly has a shot. Sheridan was upended by Lafayette Central Catholic by quite a few points earlier this season, but they're definitely getting a good run here. We have some stats for you from the Bremen game. Leaper in the first half, he's 4 of 9, has 53 yards, and that late touchdown pass to Braxton Miller, wide open in the flats when he scored there. For the Bishop Luers Knights, Kanafke only 1 completion. He's 1 of 5 on the day.
That was a huge completion.
It was a very big completion.
Big yak yards on that one.
61 yards went Michael Rogers, number 10. And it was just a simple curl route, and he made an excellent play on it, spinning back to the outside, running down the sideline, and scoring the touchdown. So that is the scoring. Of course, to start off the game, we had both teams trade possessions with punts. The Lions' second possession, they had a toss play where Braxton Miller appeared to have fumbled the ball the way it was ruled. Bishop Luers recovered. They ended up having great field position, scoring on that one on a Jalen Smith 6-yard rushing touchdown. Lions would get the ball back, and they would trade possessions a couple times yet again until the 2:34 mark of the half when Kanafke had that big pass to Rogers. Then the Lions get the ball back with a minute remaining. And that's when things got really interesting, and the Lions drove quickly down the field to score just before the half. 27 seconds left. And that is your 14-7 score at this point. For the Knights, 14 carries, 57 yards. As far as their rushing yards go, that's an average of 4.1 yards per carry. And for the Bremen Lions, 18 carries to this point for only 35 yards. They're averaging under 2 yards a carry, and they've also fumbled the ball twice to this point. So, Chris, I believe you got some sponsorship.
We'll get into that in just a second. We've got First Federal Savings Bank, once again, a proud sponsor of the Bremen Lions. Interested in learning how an annuity might meet your financial needs? Call Mark Brublik or James Burkett to learn about the benefits of annuities. Annuities are offered by A+ rated insurance companies and are not FDIC insured or obligations of First Federal Savings Bank. So again, we want to thank First Federal Savings Bank for their sponsorship of the Bremen Lions football team.
So we have 3 minutes, 57 seconds left before we come back for the second half. Luers will be receiving. Not really sure which side they'll be receiving to. That's going to be a factor. The wind is played a huge factor early on in this one for both teams. We are going to pause, take you back to commercials, and we will join you again before the start of the second half. You're listening to BroadcastSport.net.
Plaza Jewelry of Bremen is a supporter of the Bremen Lions football team. Plaza Jewelry has been serving Marshall County since 1969 with beautiful jewelry for whatever your needs may be. With the holidays upon us, make sure to stop by their open house on December 8th from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. So during the month of December, bring in your Lions football stub and receive a 20% discount. Plaza Jewelry of Bremen wishes the Lions the best of luck in the remainder of the state tournament. Plaza Jewelry of Bremen says, Go Lions! Indiana Carton Company wants to wish the Bremen Lions the best of luck in the state football tourney. Indiana Carton Company is a premier manufacturer of folding cartons. We focus on packaging with innovative design and creative elements to enhance products in the marketplace. We offer quality packaging for bakery, deli, food service, and other related markets. Our graphic design, customer service, industry knowledge, and state-of-the-art equipment enables Indiana Carton to provide quality packaging for our customers. Indiana Carton Company says, Go Lions, bring home the state title.
Plenty of shops talk about good service, but at Matt's Service Center, we're committed to it. Our number one goal is to provide you with a high-quality, total car care service on time and within your budget. As a full-service auto shop, we can handle all your car repair needs. We can do it all right here, including completely maintaining your manufacturer's warranty. Give Matt's Service Center a call today at 574-546-2155. Or go online at massservicecenter.net to schedule an appointment or to find out more on how we can help you with your auto restoration project. Mass Service Center wishes the Bremen Lions the best of luck in the state tournament.
Mapletronics Computers is the place to find great computers, great service, and really great people. Stop by their showroom located at 2116 West Wilden Avenue in Goshen and see what's new in home and office computing. Their friendly service team is there to help with all of your computer repairs, whether you need a tune-up or a complete format and reinstall. New computers, high-speed DSL, Verizon Air cards, they've got it all. Mapletronics is your hometown store for computers and more. Give them a call at 534-2830 or visit their website at www.mapletronics.com.
Introducing the Droid Razr by Motorola exclusively from Verizon. The ultimate power of Droid. The legendary edge of Razr. Combine to form the thinnest 4G smartphone. A scratch-resistant face armored with Corning Gorilla Glass. A back plated with laser-cut Kevlar fiber. And is powered by the mind-melting speed of Verizon 4G. The fastest and most reliable 4G network in America.
Get the new Droid Razr by Motorola. Visit any Verizon store, droiddoes.com, or call 1-800-256-4646. Coverage details at verizonwireless.com/bestnetwork.
Aren't you getting tired of waiting on the internet? WWW should not stand for Worldwide Wait. 4way.net offers wireless broadband internet service with nearly 50 towers throughout St. Joseph, Southern Elkhart, Marshall, Kosciuszko, and Fulton counties. Now you too can surf the web like your friends for as little as $49 per month. 4way can deliver the internet at speeds of up to 3 megabytes per second and beyond. Contact 4way.net at 574-277-7720 for an up-to-date status for your area. If you are in an area that you feel may benefit from their service, let them know. Visit their website at www.4way.net. Service One Professional Group of Elkhart provides complete electrical and mechanical services to industrial, commercial, and institutional clients throughout northern Indiana and southwest Michigan. Since 2005, their team has excelled at maintaining to perform their services with integrity and professionalism. This commitment has made them able to build and maintain solid relationships with their customers. With project scopes ranging from construction to technological advances, Service One Professional Group can complete the job from the design stage to the startup. To learn more about Service One Professional Group, call them at 574-522-5651 or visit their website at serviceonegroup.com. Community Business Equipment of Bremen and Napanee is a local business providing jobs and supporting nonprofit organization in our area. They live, shop, work, and play locally, supporting local business along beside you for the benefit of our community. Community Business Equipment will offer you everyday low prices on office supplies, furniture, equipment, janitorial, and break room supplies, along with specialty items such as rubber stamps, signs, custom forms, and much more. Their factory-trained service department offers service on all kinds of office equipment, from a small desktop calculator to your 80-page per minute copy machine and everything in between. Stop in Bremen or Napanee and visit their website at www.communitybusinessequipment.com. Walters Auto Sales in Elkhart is a family-owned and operated dealership that has been in business since 1975. Over the last 34 years, we have provided thousands of customers quality pre-owned vehicles at wholesale prices. All of our cars are new car dealer trade-ins, leased cars, or local trade-ins. Only the best for our customers, and a free Carfax report is available on any car by request. Call Walters Sales Office at 970-1360 or the Service Department at 293-1707 or visit their website at walters1975.com. Plaza Jewelry of Bremen is a proud supporter of the Bremen Lions football team. Plaza Jewelry has been serving Marshall County since 1969 with beautiful jewelry for whatever your needs may be. With the holidays upon us, make sure to stop by their open house on December 8th from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m.
Welcome back, folks. We are here at Luers Field. The score, we are about to enter the third quarter, 14-7. It's been a hard-hitting semi-state matchup. Both sides have had their punches. The Lions, a key turnover early on, is the only difference in this football game right now. It is 14-7, a couple big plays for both teams. The Lions have got to really come out firing here in the second half. Coach Holmes is a master of second half adjustments, but from what we've seen from Luers this season, they are as well. Bremen, a lot like Notre Dame, they certainly know how to win that third quarter. And I think that's going to be the biggest key to the rest of this game. Who wins this third quarter? Luers to receive the ball. Chris, you got some shout-outs for us?
Yeah, Alex Lawmaster and Erica Walter are at home, unable to make the trip, and are enjoying the broadcast, cheering on the Lions. And as well as Sherry and Jay and Tracy Stoneburner all watching and tuning in. So we appreciate the support and just the diligence in following the Bremen Lions football team on their quest to reach Lucas Oil.
Trying to keep up with all the comments that you're sending us. We certainly appreciate it here up in the booth. It's tough to keep track of every single one, but we are doing our best here as we proceed. The Lions will kick into this tough win, but I don't think that makes too big of a difference. The last kick we saw, and the only kick we saw from Baxter Miller in the first half, was a line drive right into the ground, a great squib kick, trying to keep the ball out of the hands of Mr. Smith. So you can certainly expect that here to start off the second half.
Definitely, we saw the quick second half that Bremen got out to last week against Wheeler. 4 plays, Braxton Miller scored. So it's going to be interesting to see if they come out with that same intensity, ferocity on the defensive side of the ball tonight as they're kicking here to a very dangerous Luers offense who has the wind at their back, which we have seen that play a pretty big advantage in all of the scores tonight, except for that short one completion by Kanapke in which the receiver broke a bunch of tackles and was able to get down the sideline and just use the speed and burn it down to the end zone. So besides that, pretty much most of the scores have been aided by field positioning due to a lack of being able to punt into the wind.
Lions crowd is loud. It's a squib kick. It's a short one. It is right into the hands of the Luers Knight front line, and they try to get the onside kick there. It's a short squib. It dribbled a little too long. It took too much time to get there, and the middleman for Luers recovered that one without a problem.
Yeah, he I like the call by Holmes. The defense has recorded a couple stops as of late, but I like the call by Holmes to come out aggressive. We saw a similar onside kick executed by Wheeler last week, and they actually recovered that one against the Lions. Just kind of nub it up the middle. And really, I think on that play, we're looking for the kickoff team to kind of take out that middle man and just kind of clear the area, and maybe Schlarb or Braxton, whoever's kicking, can recover that one. But good job of recovering that one and falling down on it.
Tough field position to deal with for the Lions. We'll see what kind of second half adjustments Coach Lindsay has made. It's an ISO play. Give to the backside, and Smith takes it up the middle. He gains about 7 yards on the play.
We missed a shout out first half. Actually, Dylan Mullen has an Aunt Donna that is cheering in from Santa Claus, Indiana, actually, of all things, with the Thanksgiving holiday season coming up. It's interesting to see that, but big supporter of the sophomore defensive end for the Lions out there tuning in.
Santa Claus, Indiana, home of Indiana native Jake Butler, quarterback for the Chicago Bears. Kanapke here under center. High formation. Here's the pitch to the left side to Smith. Smith has it, and he runs, gets good enough for the first down, and he's dropped down. Ref seems to be marking a little bit shorter than he actually went out of bounds. Maybe his foot stepped out of bounds.
Yeah, good job by Jalen there, following his blockers, just being patient. It was really just a big wall, a crowd that he was following and kind of moving in together as a unit, and so was able to pick up just enough for the first down. And the clock is down to 11:16. Still not a minute run off from the second half yet.
Luers starting off their drive low with a first down, I formation right side. Here's the give to Smith yet again up the middle. It's a power play, and he's stuffed Robbie Hummel in there, and the Lions defense swarms, but he continues to move his feet, get extra yardage, and it's going to be a good gain on the play. It's going to be about 3 or 4 yards. He's probably hit about the 2-yard line, or the 2-yard gain, and he just continues to drive those feet. He's a very talented junior on this team, so it'll be second and a good 8 yards to gain. Lions put themselves in a bit of a tough field position spot with that onside kick not going in their favor, but certainly Coach Holmes thought it was
perhaps with the wind, didn't want to try to kick that one deep and let off a big return. So
it's the I formation left side tight end, 2 wide outs that side. It's another toss play to the left side, and the Lions flow well to it. They've got him in the backfield, and he's taken out of bounds. That pursuit by the Lions on the strong side was just excellent there, stretching out the toss play until Smith had nowhere to go but out of bounds. Kind of surprised we haven't seen Smith cut back on a play like that. Pretty soon we could see that, and the Lions have got to play discipline. They cannot give up, a play like that where they get the toss, he turns and heads the other way.
Pretty good angles of pursuit on that play by the Lions, not really giving him a lot of opportunities to cut back. I didn't feel like. We talked a lot about the speed on the Luers defense, but Bremen can match that with their defense. They might not have the individual players that stand out to you as much on paper, but as a unit, they're very impressive.
3rd and 8, the Lions sideline quite loud. The wide receivers have plenty of room on the right side. Kanapke's snap, and he's got an easy first down to his man. Lions were playing well off the wide receiver there. I can't say that I agree with that call by Coach Holmes. They almost gave them the first down as far as the coverage went. Maybe they were playing to, actually, yep, it will be a first down. No measurement needed here. Yeah. But the safety was a good 7-8 yards off the wide receiver, who all he needed was that 8 yards for a catch.
Yeah, great job of making plays. We have a score in. Penn is now up 21-3 in the third quarter. So Penn looking like they're going to keep that undefeated season alive in their quest for the championship.
Kanapke throws out the swing pass to his tailback, who is caught in the backfield by number 26, Bobby Cornett, and the Lions. Certainly you can hear him from all the way across the field. We're here in the home press box, and it is loud over there on that sideline. They just give up a big play like that, then they come out and make a great stop like that on first down.
Great job by Bobby Cornett. Great flow to the ball. He's the safety for the Lions. A lot of times back there in his cover 3 position, but great job recognizing the run or the quick pass and making that tackle. We haven't seen Jalen, brought down on first contact. Yeah, we haven't seen him brought down on first contact very much tonight, so great job by Bobby.
Interesting here, the Lions don't have a whole lot of guys to the right side. It's going to be a 3-on-1 almost, and a flag is thrown. It's going to be maybe an offsides call. See, this is the kind of thing that in these games you don't like to see.
Looks like it was a timeout called by the Lions, actually.
Timeout. I see.
Early in the half, but Coach Holmes might have seen something. misalignment, or perhaps they had too many players out there. We're not sure, but Holmes felt he needed to use that one. We want to take this time to give a shout out to Rob Zeltlinger tuning in once again from Indianapolis with his wife Carly, and just Rob's really appreciating the broadcast and loving the camera work done by his brother Eric. So we thank Robbie for tuning in again. Second consecutive week, I believe, we've had Rob on the line. So
good to hear from Rob and the whole Zeltlinger family tonight. Eric is up top. He is on the camera. Matt Barr doing statistics for us. We appreciate him. His sister Courtney helped out last week. She was running the camera for us at Wheeler. We've had a great time doing this broadcast, and it's just great to be able to watch the Lions from a little bit of a warmer environment up here in the press box.
It is.
What those fans are, finding a way to make it through here tonight. 2nd and 17. I do believe that the Lions called that timeout. That bunch formation to the right. This time they do bring Darren Miller out there. You just can't guard 3 wide receivers with 1 player. But at the same time, you don't want to give anything up to Smith. So expect a pass play here from Kanapke. Number 3, he takes a snap from the gun, and it's a give. It's a draw play. Number 1 taken down. Maybe that long grass there didn't play in his favor. He seemed to get tripped up. Lions get just enough of a hit on him to put him down. He's I'm sorry, that was not Smith, actually. That was number 1, Tyvel Jemison. From what we've heard, Luers has quite a few fantastic running backs. Smith just one of them. 3rd and 15. Lions in need of a stop. We want to see this defensive line get some serious penetration. Kanapke in the gun. He's got 4 wide receivers out, 1 running back in the backfield. Here's the snap. Lions coming with pressure, and number 56, Robbie Hummel's in, and he drops him! Drops him! The Lions get a huge sack on 3rd and 15, and a big sack by Mr. Robert Hummel, a senior defensive end. He just takes down Kanapke on that one. They only brought 4, and they somehow find a way to get through that huge Luers offensive line.
No doubt the biggest play thus far on the defensive end that we've seen from the Lions. Huge sack by Hummel. Had a great offseason, worked very hard, earned himself some playing time, and just comes up with a monumental play right there on the sack by Napke.
Napke now the punter, and he gets the punt off. It's a line drive towards the left. It's a coffin corner punt, and it is taken out of bounds. The referee continues to run down the sideline at about the 16. Wow. All the way to the 15, and he continues.
Walking up.
I don't know where this guy's going.
He's about stops at the 20. Not sure why he went to the 16 and kind of backtracked. Just
the ball will be spotted at the 16, but yeah, the official.
Interesting path he took there.
Interesting path to the ball.
No, it looks like it's fun.
Oh, it is
21.
The 20. Yeah. All right. Well, he certainly knows how to confuse us.
Just getting a little extra exercise in, perhaps.
Yeah, as if he's not getting enough the way these offenses have moved the ball forwards and backwards to this point. Lions come out, spread formation. They've got 4 wide receivers, single back. It's Braxton in motion. Full head of steam, and it's a play fake. It's a give to Nepper. He stopped for no gain there. There was maybe a trap play. They tried to give that misdirection, but this time Luers not biting. The give to Nepper, who had several nice carries in the first half, especially that last one, good for 10 yards on that drive when they got their first score of the game. 7 minutes, 53 seconds here in the third quarter. The Lions really would love to get something going here. They get a huge stop of Luers. The sack by Robert Hummel, just a fantastic play by that young man. Momentum completely in the Lions' favor. We would love to see them get something going here. 5-3 defense in now for the Luers Knights, and it's a power play to Braxton, and he is taken down hard. 8 guys in the box. That power play isn't going to work very often.
Yeah, number 15, the linebacker for Bishop Luers, Montez Brooks, the senior on this impressive defense for Luers, is having himself a pretty good game. Him and Braxton have collided multiple times tonight, some very hard collisions, and he does a great job of flowing and finding the ball, fighting through blockers. And yeah, like you said, the box was full that time. Bremen still tried to run it. We'll see what they do here. It looks like they have 2 wideouts.
This time only 4 down linemen for the Knights. It's almost a 4-4 look. Number 1, the safety all the way down. And it is a quick fire pass to Heaney. Heaney's got to make a move, and he is unable to get the first down. It's a short pass, not good enough for the first down. Holmes goes the safe route. You don't want to throw into this tough wind. The Lions unable to get anything going on that drive. So it'll be 4th down and about maybe 6 yards here. Sorry about that. It's 4th down and maybe 4. It's tough to see from sideline all the way across.
Ben was brought down on that play by Kendrick Mullen, the junior corner for the Knights. Has a brother that had a very successful career here and is now playing collegiately at Indiana for Coach Wilson and the Hazers.
They struggle to get the punt return team on in time. Coach Lindsay not happy with his Luers Knights squad. He is yelling at them as they come to the sideline. You have to understand his frustration. I think a lot of people in this area did not expect this game to be close. The Lions have played more than close football with them, minus that early turnover. This should be a tie ball game at this point.
I think a lot of these fans were planning on coming for a half, maybe sitting in this cold weather for just 2 quarters and then bouncing home. Just hearing the final later because they expected this one to be well in hand, but it is quite the opposite right here. They seem to be on the edge of their seats there. Is a very close game right here. One score, like we said, 14-7. Luers leading right now. And all the Bremen faithful still here. Like we said, a good majority of them standing on the fences, a couple layers deep. So it's hard to estimate the amount of fans, but you can kind of see from some of the camera footage we've shown that just those bleachers are packed out. And the line of fans is just one of the biggest I've seen in a long time.
It's very impressive, and you have to wonder, Coach Lindsay gives Coach Holmes the chance to talk with his players on this punt. It's only 4th and 4. Nate Leeper has a lot of different fakes that he can do on these punts. He's got man-to-man on the outside with Ben Heaney. I definitely think we could see a fake punt here, but I think Luers knows it too. So here's the snap. Low snap, and it is a fake. He's got a man in the first down, Lions. What a great play. We've seen the fake by them before. Coach Lindsay is going to regret that timeout. When you give Coach Holmes the chance to scheme a play like that, he's going to do it. And when you have man-to-man, a simple curl route like that is almost too easy.
It is. You got targets out there, Ben Heaney, Ethan Pike, both with very good hands. And you saw Pike use his body and just run that curl route, kind of post up on his defender there. Nate put it right on the money. One of the better throws that we've seen into this wind, especially one of the more clutch throws throughout the night. That was big. That would have given Luers fantastic field position, but yet the Lions have the ball, and the clock is ticking with 6 minutes remaining.
Here's the snap. It's a power play to the left side. Braxton Miller not getting a whole lot of room to run yet again, but he's hard to take down. It takes about the whole Luers defense to get in there. I'll tell you what, early on we see the whole Luers defense swarming and jumping on these big plays. They're starting to slow down a bit. You can almost see a little bit of mental wear as the Lions continue to stick this close game with them. It almost seems as though they're just getting after the Luers Knights in terms of their emotional endurance. So it is 2nd and 6. It was a gain of 4 on the play. This offensive line for the Lions really needs to get that push here. Lions want us to stay in drives. We talked about keeping the ball out of the Luers offense hands. They've done it to this point. They've got to get a good drive sustained here. No one on Ben Heaney on the right side. It's a split back formation. Nate Leeper drops back, fakes twice, and he's got time, goes downfield, and no one is there. Not really sure who he was throwing to on that one. Throws it to the sideline. It didn't appear anyone was open.
No. Usually on that play, they will fake the swing pass both ways and then look for the big tight end, number 44, Mitch Huppert, over the middle. Luers had him initially. It looked like he might have broke free towards the end of that play. Nate might have been looking towards Mitch and then hit and just thrown a little bit off. Again, that wind is blowing extremely fiercely right at Nate. But, yeah, that one was kind of in no man's land.
5 minutes, 25 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. The Lions face a 3rd down and 6. Ball at their own 43-yard line. Leeper comes out in the spread formation. He has 2 wide receivers out to his right, 2 to the left. And it is a false start. It was the slot receiver for the Lions who moved before the ball was snapped. That's going to be tough. That's going to make it a lot tougher, a 3rd and 11 versus a 3rd and 6.
A lot of yards to go here for the Lions. With that wind, it's going to be tough to pick up this many yards through the air, so you almost expect a draw or just like a short screen pass perhaps onto Nepper or Braxton. Safe call, but then again, Coach Holmes is not afraid to roll the dice. We've seen so far a fake punt on 4th down. We've seen an onside kick. We've seen a double reverse pass on the first possession, so Coach Holmes is not timid.
We have some shout-outs for you in a minute, but first this 3rd and 11. Spread formation, 4 wide receivers out there. There's only 1 corner on the right side. See if Nate Leeper recognizes it. He's in trouble. He gets off one, not able to get off another. This Luers defensive line, overall pressure has been great. They had 5 guys drop back. That means it looks like they brought 6. We've got several...
a lot of celebrating going on out there for the Luers defense. So you can understand the excitement.
We've got a little bit of an explanation. We were a little confused on the kickoff, how they were marking it. On a kick out of bounds, the sideline ref will run well past where he thinks it went out. He then turns around and runs back up the field looking toward the back judge. He watches the flight of the ball. Back judge tells the side judge where to stop, and that's why he ran there and came back. So Leaper's punt is a short one yet again. Hopefully we'll take Lions bounce. Kind of does. Not a great bounce, but it's going to keep Luers in their own field position, not by a whole lot, though. The punt from our 43 to their 45-yard line. So that's a pretty small punt. It's tough kicking into the wind.
Very tough. You can try to line drive it, but then that gives them the opportunity to get a good return. They have 2 men deep back there.
Yep.
So Nate isn't really able to put it to his sideline per se. There you can kind of get more of an aerial view of kind of the surrounding area that we're in right here, the environment, the outstanding environment that we have here tonight at Luers Field.
Strong I formation, Kanapke under center. Here's the snap. It's another fake toss. And Kanapke's got plenty of time to throw. He's going to scramble to his left, scramble back to his right. He continues to go backwards. Hummel's pressuring him again. He stops, throws downfield, and it is way out of bounds.
Late flag thrown in the area of where Kanapke was. I don't believe he went down.
If it's a hold, that could be devastating, but if it is a roughing the passer, equally devastating for the Lions, and it is. It is roughing the passer. Looks to be on Dylan Mullen. No one really saw the action here in the box. We were all looking downfield. That's tough. You really don't want to see that, and it's a dead ball foul, so it's not going to be from the spot. It's going to be all the way from where the line of scrimmage was, and it's those kind of mental mistakes. You hate to see it.
Can't afford to bail them out like that. Kanapke was a good 15 to 20 yards deep on his drop, just trying to buy time with only those 2 Bremen linemen rushing. Everybody else was kind of dropped back in pass coverage, so with so many defenders back there, Kanapke wasn't able to find an open man on the play fake, and was just kind of trying to buy time, and really bailed out by the Lions on that one, so that one hurts.
Unfortunate break for the Lions. Ball at the 40-yard line now. Luers moving into Lions territory. They have the I formation set yet again. Tight ends to the right, 2 wide receivers out to the left. Here's the snap. It's a toss play to the left. That is number 9, Smith, who is hit and dropped for a gain of about 3, maybe 4 yards on the play. It will be second down now. The ball is placed at the 37-yard line. 2nd and 7. We had some shout-outs for you. We've kind of forgotten them. I apologize. Action's been going nonstop. Hopefully on a timeout we'll be able to get some more of those to you. But as for now, we've got double tight I formation for Kanapke. Here's the snap. It is a give. It's an ISO play up the middle, and he's got a lot of room. Smith makes one-man miss, and he is driven out of bounds by number 26, Bobby Cornett, but not before a big gain. You really don't like to see the ball when it gets into Smith's hands because he knows how to do things with it. Big gain on the play. That takes them from about the 40-yard line all the way down to the 16, maybe the 17-yard line.
Smith has had himself a great game against this Lions defense, which has been pretty stout. Smith has great size. It's about 6'3", which is pretty big for a high school tailback, but his athleticism is undoubtable right now.
And they'll go to him yet again. It's an ISO play up the middle, makes one cut, hurdles over 2 defenders, dives into the end zone, and he is in. What a fantastic play by this young man. You have to wonder why Luers hasn't used him more often. They've had a lot of different running backs come into the game. That carry silences the Bremen crowd. Hopefully these players do not take this as a big shot. I mean, certainly it's only the 3rd quarter. They're about to get the possession that matters. If they can get a few first downs, they'll have the wind at their backs, which is just so important here in this game, as we've seen. Luers able to run the ball on that drive, just a few plays, and they're into the end zone. 3 minutes, 7 seconds left. Here's the snap. Ball is set. Kick is up. Kick is good. With the wind in his back, that ball just kept soaring through the uprights. So you can see just how important the wind is in this game. 3 minutes, 7 seconds left. We're going to pause for a quick commercial break here. You're listening to BroadcastSport.net.
Plaza Jewelry of Bremen is a proud supporter of the Bremen Lions football team. Plaza Jewelry has been serving Marshall County since 1969 with beautiful jewelry for whatever your needs may be. With the holidays upon us, make sure to stop by their open house on December 8th from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. So during the month of December, bring in your Lions football stub and receive a 20% discount. Plaza Jewelry of Bremen wishes the Lions the best of luck in the remainder of the state tournament. Plaza Jewelry of Bremen says, Go Lions! Indiana Carton Company wants to wish the Bremen Lions the best of luck in the state football tourney. Indiana Carton Company is a premier manufacturer of folding cartons. We focus on packaging with innovative design and creative elements to enhance products in the marketplace. We offer quality packaging for bakery, deli, food service, and other.
We are back here. We are back here at Bishop Luers Field. Lions give up a score there. 3 minutes, 7 seconds remaining in the third quarter. A lot of game left to be played here. And we're talking a very big kick here. This one could go soaring through the uprights at the rate this wind is blowing. And this one is deep into the end zone. Reed Zelmer will let it fly. So the Lions will have the ball at their own 20-yard line. 3 minutes, 7 seconds left. Keys to this drive for the Lions?
It's important that the Lions get the ball moving on the ground, especially we keep talking about this wind. It's kind of hard to do it justice when you can't see the flags from at home, but they're just whipping, and it's going to be very tough to throw any downfield passes. We've seen Nate be able to complete some of those shorter passes, but then again, there hasn't been a lot of room for plays to be made after those completions, so definitely Braxton is going to have to get this ground game going.
So the Lions on offense have struggled most of the evening. They've had their times where they've looked good, but overall this Luers defense very tough to stop. It's a play-action pass, and it's thrown short to Braxton Miller. He had him. Not sure how big of a gain. You can see the frustrations up front. So J.J. Sears there clap his hands after the play. That's a tough play. It's just a simple dump pass, but the offensive line did a pretty decent job picking up the Luers team. Blitz, screen passes should work in this situation.
Some of the most effective passes we've seen, besides that one downfield to Heaney where Nate had a lot of time from his line, we've seen a lot of wide open like tight ends or running backs coming out of the backfield. Perhaps as Bishop Luers defense losing track of them, but they've pretty much contained these potent wide receivers in Heaney and Pike.
In motion from right to left is Heaney. It's a fake. Leaper has time, throws downfield to Heaney, and that's going to be good enough for a first down. Heaney taken out of bounds, about a gain of maybe 16 yards on the play.
Yeah.
Nice play. You want to talk about that, Ralph?
Yeah, right on cue. The receivers step up. Nate has some good time on the play fake there, and great job by his line again on just containing that Luers rush. And he did a good job running a double route, a tandem route with Ethan Pike on the far side after going in motion, and just found some room on the sideline. And Nate delivered a great ball on a rope. So the Lions are moving the chains.
In need of a big drive here, the Lions with 2 minutes, 54 seconds left in the third quarter. It's a spread formation now for Nate Leaper. Man in motion is Heaney. Ball is snapped. It's a pitch play to the right side. The ball is recovered by unbelievable. I can't even begin to describe. It was a toss play, went off the chest of Nepper, went up into the air, and the Fort Wayne Luers defender came up with the ball, and it will be first down, I believe, for Luers, unless they're marking it elsewhere. The Bremen offense remains on the field.
I'm not sure what happened on that one.
What are they ruling it?
Looks like they're letting Bremen keep the ball, although...
Unbelievable. I'm not sure what they're ruling.
The side official just walked in with another ball as if Bishop Luers is going to use their ball now. There's some talks of what is going on.
Bremen coming back out as though they are...
Their officials are not ready for this play to start. They're going to discuss what is going on. While this is happening, we have a score update. Carmel just took a 21-17 lead with 6 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter, so a huge comeback from Carmel in that game. It looks like Bremen's going to keep the ball.
Not at all sure what the ruling on that play was, but the Lions have it nonetheless, and it'll be 2nd and 20. A long 20 yards. Leaper has it, throw over the middle. The Hubbard is caught, and he's got room to run, and he's going to be tackled all the way down just short of the 40-yard line. Not nearly good enough for the first down, but after that play, none of us up in the booth really know anything. Everyone looked at each other when they reset the ball there. Everyone kind of quizzically looking at each other as how on earth does Bremen have the ball? They have it, and it'll be 3rd and 7. So regardless of what circumstance it took to get the ball back, the Lions have it. And it is 1 minute and 29 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Could certainly use a first down here. It's I formation for the Lions, and there's a fake. Leaper's got time, throws, and he's got another man, and dropped. The ball appeared to be caught, but the hit by the Luers defender knocked the ball out. I believe it was Pike. Ball in his hands.
They put that one on the money. It looked like Pike reeled it in with the hands, and as he was bringing it to the body, kind of trying to turn away from that defender, was unable to hang on. Good job by the defender being right on top of that one, making it tough.
Do want to apologize to Gene and Sue Parrott. We had said Burrow and a bit of a mispronunciation there. Thank you for letting us know. We have 4th down, 7 yards to go. Pump formation for the Lions. We just got a final from Leo, where South Bend Washington took the win 13-3. A decent pump by Leaper, but the ball takes a tough bounce. There is a flag in the punter area, and the Luers defender very upset. This could be yet another big break for the Lions. The call is holding on the Lions.
Very interesting spot for that one to be thrown, right where the punter was standing. Braxton was back there as well, so I'm not exactly sure. Yeah, like you said, the Luers defender looked a little bit upset, like that one was going to be on him. So didn't really catch that one. We had a question from the audience, which Cody can probably answer, and they want to know, has Bremen ever come from behind in the game this season, or have they always been in the lead? Just wondering.
Well, as far as the half goes, the Lions really have not had a halftime deficit all season. The closest thing to a halftime deficit was the John Glenn game. But
the Culver game was also very, very tight throughout.
That's true.
But as far as the deficit like this, 14 points this late in the game, I would definitely say no to that.
Thanks for the questions, guys. We certainly appreciate the comments. I know there were some that we missed recently. Chris is looking those up for us. We're trying to give you the call and look these up at the same time. Can be difficult. And the Lions in need of a stop, in need of a turnover. That would be great. That'd be something right here. Just a mental mistake by Luers. We haven't seen many of them. We did see one fumble on the opening drive for Luers. They were lucky enough to recover it. But the Lions are a pesky defense. They're an opportunistic defense, and they could certainly jump on something here. We see the Lions stands up cheering on their team. They're in need of a stop. Kanapke will be under center, and big number 9, Smith in the backfield. He's been tough to take down, and you can imagine they'll go to him yet again. And they do, and he's stuffed for a loss. Lions defense not having it this time around. That is a big stop on first down, sending a message. Smith slow to get up. He's had his big runs, but when the Lions get in the backfield like that and really find a way through this big offensive line of the Knights, they've done a great job taking him down when they have him in the backfield.
He was almost met on the handoff on that one. As soon as he was getting the ball from Napke, he was being met by the Bremen defenders who, like you said, were able to sneak through that big line. And when he doesn't get a chance to get started, he's not going to go anywhere.
Lions trying to hustle up, get set on defense as the Luers Knights come up, set on offense. And it's a counter play to the right side. That was number 1, Tyvell Johnson. Jemison. Yeah. Pretty decent carry on the play. He's going to be about 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5. Actually, maybe, right on 3rd and 5 here. But I'm pretty sure that Luers is going to let this one run out. They're going to take it to the 4th quarter. The score at the end of 3. Fort Wayne Luers 21, Bremen 7. You're listening to BroadcastSport.net. You're going to hear some commercials, and we'll be right back, headed for the 4th quarter here at Luers Field.
Related markets. Our graphic design, customer service, industry knowledge, and state-of-the-art equipment enables Indiana Carton to provide quality packaging for our customers. Indiana Carton Company says, "Go Lions, bring home the state title."
Plenty of shops talk about good service, but at Matt's Service Center, we're committed to it. Our number 1 goal is to provide you with a high-quality, total car care service on time and within your budget. As a full-service auto shop, we can handle all your car repair needs. We can do it all right here, including completely maintaining your manufacturer's warranty. Give Matt's Service Center a call today at 574-546-2155.
All right, we're back at Luers Field. We're going to give a shout out to our sponsor, First Federal Savings Bank. Community banking at its best. We have been a locally owned and operated since 1966. As community bankers, our continuing mission is to serve our customers with the newest, competitively priced products delivered to them with state-of-the-art technology. That is First Federal Savings Bank, and we want to thank them again for sponsoring the Bremen Lions football team throughout the season here.
I want to give a shout out to a listener from Bloomington, Indiana, home of the Hoosiers. Would not like a shout out for herself, but a shout out for her mom, Cindy Bungie Miley, who's listening in Plymouth. Go Lions. Love to hear that. This is a huge play. To open up the fourth quarter, it'll be 3rd and 5 for Napke and the Luers Knights. And here's the snap. It is a toss play out to Smith, who fumbles the football, and he somehow recovers it himself. Oh my goodness! It's twice now that the Luers Knights have cost up the football in the backfield, but they cannot. The Lions just cannot seem to get on the ball.
No, for some reason that pitch game, yeah, like you mentioned, that's the second time it's been put on the ground, and a couple other times it's been bobbled. Not sure what's going on there. Maybe looking to make some cuts before they secure the football.
It's a cold night, and sometimes the football a little bit harder on a cold night like tonight. So the ball goes off the hands of the running back. Will be 4th and 13. Here's the punt. Bremen sends the house, and that one has gotten off. You just see the wind take the ball. It was a good kick, and then all of a sudden it dives down and straight out of bounds. Lions will have the ball at their own 40-yard line. We have another shout-out here.
From SEC country, via Arkansas, Zach Renner, the wide receiver for the Lions, number 1, who made a great stick we saw earlier on a kickoff play. His aunt and uncle are tuning in from Arkansas, so that's always great to hear. And they're still believing in the Lions, which I believe many of the Bremen faithful are. They're not going to quit believing until this one's over.
Don't be surprised if Coach Holmes tries another one of those trick plays here on first down, trying to give the Lions some momentum. Ball on their own 39-yard line. Leaper knows this is a very important drive. He signals Miller in motion. He clears, handoff. It's a trap play to Nepper. He's got room on the right side, good enough for a first down. Lions. Big run on first down. Nepper, that play's worked well at times, and other times it's been stuffed in the backfield, which is the way a lot of plays have worked for Bremen tonight.
Definitely Eric's best run in the ball game. That one, if not a first down, is very close. Looks like they are signaling first down right now, or perhaps a chain measurement, not sure. Yeah, there the chains go. But yeah, very good run by Eric. Very small runner, but he runs very hard and is very shifty. He does a good job of continuing to go north on his runs while he is still shifting. So very tough runner to bring down. That was a very good run.
First down at their own 49-yard line. The Knights looking for a stop on defense. The Lions' sense of urgency on offense know they need to get something going. Here's the fake to Braxton. It's another give to Nepper. He cuts inside, and he's got a big gain. He is tough to bring down, and it's another Lions first down. This offensive line for the Lions finally starting to get something going. Luers trying to respect the wide receivers, but they are not leaving enough in the box, and the Lions offensive line just rumbling and tumbling right through them. Luers making a defensive substitution here, running some guys off. You have to wonder if Coach Lindsay decided to try and stop the pass, and it's starting to hurt him now.
Yeah, with the wind at the Lions back, maybe like you said, Coach Lindsay was hoping for some pass, maybe boosted up that secondary a little bit. But Eric is doing a great job making the best of his attempts. 2 consecutive first downs.
Hustling to the line of the Lions now. Leaper sends Miller in motion yet again. Here's the snap. It's a fake this time. Leaper has time, and he's taken down. He had a little bit of time there, and he looked backside, which is where the blitz came from. He's taken down for a loss. Back-to-back plays, we get gains on first down. We go to a play action. We get sacked in the backfield. That hurts. You're moving the ball down the field, and then these losses on first down, that just kills your drives. Very
tough situation Lions are in right now with 2nd and 16. They're going to call it. Although this is going to be 4-down territory, you would imagine, for the Lions. But still, a big loss like that on first down after consecutive first downs on the ground definitely hurts a little bit, but it's nothing we haven't seen Lions come back from before.
2nd and a long 16 for the Lions offense. Instead of under center, Leaper now in the gun. There's 4 wide receivers, 1 tailback with him in the backfield. Looks like Luers is going to bring some heat. They only bring 4, but they get pressure, and it's thrown. Heaney's on the catch. He jukes inside. He's got room. He cuts it up the middle. The Lions are going to score. The Lions with a huge score with 9:17 remaining in the fourth quarter. We've got a ball game at Luers Field.
Wow, incredible jukes by Heaney on that one. Nate did a good job putting that one on the money. Heaney turned off his cut, and the ball was right on his chest, snagged it, and then just dissected that Luers secondary. Made it look easy. I don't know if too many hands were even put on him on that one. The Bremen faithful is all on their feet and are cheering very loudly, easily heard from over here on Luers side.
What a huge game. This is just incredible. 21-13, pending an extra point here. Lucas Schlarb with a very important extra point here on the road. He's kicking with the wind at his back. Heaney will hold on the play. Here's the snap. It's set. The kick is up, and it is good. The Lions run to the sideline to greet their loud and raucous fans. They know we've got a ball game here at Luers Field. This team never goes away, and the Knights know it. They've got their hands full here in the fourth quarter of this one. We're going to pause for a commercial break and settle ourselves down. But the score here in the fourth quarter, 21-14.
Or go online at massservicecenter.net to schedule an appointment or to find out more on how we can help you with your auto restoration project. Mass Service Center wishes the Bremen Lions the best of luck in the state tournament.
Mapletronics Computers is the place to find great computers, great service, and really great people. Stop by their showroom located at 2116 West Wilden Avenue in Goshen and see what's new in home and office computing. Their friendly service team is there to help with all of your computer repairs, whether you need a tune-up or a complete format and reinstall. New computers, high-speed DSL, Verizon Air cards, they've got it all. Mapletronics is your hometown store for computers and more. Give them a call at 534-2830 or visit their website at www.mapletronics.com.
We are back here at Luers Field. Lions kicking off. It's Braxton. He actually kicks it deep with the wind, but it's going to takes an interesting bounce. It's picked up by Luers, and Zelmer gets down the field, cannot make the tackle, but a swarm of Lion defenders put him down before he reaches the 20-yard line. The Lions defense is coming out, and they will be jacked.
We talked numerous times about the crowd here at Bremen, just the following they've received. Looks like not a single fan has left yet.
Nope.
But we also have a big following back home. We were just informed that there are 750 households for Bremen tuning into this one, which is double what there was last week. So we appreciate everyone tuning in. We hope you're enjoying this great game. This atmosphere is just undescribable, basically. That's all I can say about it.
I'm telling you what, the Luers fans over here are letting their team hear it. Let's goes and come ons. Reigning supreme. Napke under center. Here's the give to the tailback. It is Smith. He takes up the middle. He gets maybe a gain of 4 or 5 on the play. They had 2 fullbacks in there. I think the message is clear for the Knights. They're going to try to run this game out, and they're going to do it by giving the ball to their number 1 man.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. Coach Lindsay recognizes who the most talented athlete is on the field, and he's going to do what he can to get him the ball. Lions got to be careful not to fall asleep. Although Luers is going into the wind, they can still throw the ball on a short play action. So if they're selling out on Jalen, they better be careful.
Here we go. It's another big set for Luers. Only 1 wide receiver out to the right. Lions sucked in. They have 3 down linemen, but Miller over the top as the defensive end almost. And here's the handoff to Smith. He's got a lot of room to run, and he cuts upfield. He's going. There's almost a hold there. No call. Smith gets outside, and he's off to the races. Unfortunately, a big block picked up on the safety. Heaney unable to get off of it. And a huge response by
There is a flag.
But there's a flag in holding area, and the Lions have exploded on the sideline. They are bringing it back. A huge call in this game.
That one is way back at the 25-yard line.
Coach Lindsay furious on the sideline with the officials. The officials yell back, certainly quieting down Coach there.
Jalen Smith has his helmet off. Just kind of walking on the sideline. Not sure if that's frustration or what, but kind of a weird response to that one. Just takes his helmet off and goes and sits on the sideline.
There's been 2 big plays in this game that we have to wonder about. This holding penalty and obviously that fumble that we saw in the third quarter that really could have changed the entire complexion of this game. It was ruled a down. We're really not sure what it was ruled.
We're not.
But the Lions were able to get the ball back and able to convert on a first down. It'll now be a long second down for the Luers Knights rather than a 27-14 game. Wow,
they're putting this one way deep.
Wow. Unbelievable. A huge penalty for the Knights will set them back at their own 12-yard line. It is going to be second down and 16 yards to play. They've got that big formation in, strong right. Here's the give. Inside to Smith. He is hit in the backfield, taken down. It wasn't Smith. It was number 32 on the play. That was Jaquel Cooper. You have to wonder, why are they not giving Smith the ball here in this situation? And again, he did just take off.
Yeah, exactly. He is on the bench by himself with his helmet off on this one. We've got many more emails flowing in. Just getting excited. We've got some people watching in Michigan City, Indiana. being commented on. And we also have Lion Nation tuning in from Italy.
Unbelievable.
Across the seas.
That is something else. The Bremen Lions, outstanding fan base. We thank you for joining us once again. Huge 3rd and 15. Kanapke's going to be thrown into the wind, but he's got numbers to the left side where there are 3 wide receivers, only 2 Lion defenders. It's going to roll left, and he's got men open. He throws into the flats. It's caught. He jukes inside, taken down. He's not even close to a first down. The Lions get the stop they needed. An unbelievable holding penalty will give the Lions the football, pending this punt, of course.
Clock right around 7 minutes remaining in this 4th quarter right now, so plenty of time left in this game for who knows what to happen. But as we reported, Jalen Smith still on the bench with his helmet off, and not really sure. There does appear to be a trainer or something sitting near him, but he doesn't seem like he's interested in going back to the game right now. Not sure what's going on with him.
6 minutes, 48 seconds. Here's the punt. It is away, and it's caught in that wind. Heaney catches. He's going to get a return on this one. He breaks out to the 40, and he is taken down at about the 40-yard line right there. And the Lions will have the ball in Luers territory with 6 minutes, 39 seconds remaining. Unbelievable. The Lions faithful on their sideline cheering their team on. They know that this drive is so key, so vital. With 3 timeouts remaining, anything can happen. But the Lions would love to continue to take advantage of this field position battle, which as of right now they are winning. So 21-14.
Lions hurry up to the ball.
They hurry up to the ball. They're trying to get the snap off before Luers' defense gets set. They've got single back formation, and the referees signal timeout.
Maybe a little too fast paced for the refs right now. Not sure. Telling the quarterback to wait for their signal. I'm not sure what they're doing. It appears they moved the ball a little bit.
In a semi-state game like this, you get that excitement going. That's just a good play up the middle, not going anywhere.
And that Carmel game just went final. Carmel with a huge comeback against Center Grove, taking that one 21-17. And we just got a shout out from a Bremen fan that's watching in Wyoming.
Wow,
so pretty much you can mark any spot on the globe and assume that there's a Bremen fan there watching.
Unbelievable. For such a small town, only about a population of 5,000, they love their football. They love their Lions. 6 minutes, 11 seconds, clock ticking. 2nd and 10, ball at the 40. Lions moving from right to left across the field. Shotgun formation, 4 wide receivers. Nate Leeper drops back. He's got time. He steps up in the pocket. He's dragged down from behind. Oh, boy. The right side of the line was unable to hold on to their block, and yet another sack. That's a lot of pressures. Leeper had enough time there. You have to figure, I feel like he might have been able to get rid of that ball.
Yeah, I think you just need a little bit more time for that receiver to make a double move and come across the middle. It looked like Braxton was potentially going to be open there. Clock ticking down now at 5 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. 3rd and 14 for the Lions, so huge play coming up here. Obviously, they're going to go for it on 4th if they come up short here. But
Luers fans are on their feet. They are excited. They're trying to rally their defense. This game much closer than anyone thought. Everyone in the press box standing on their feet. This is a big play. Here's the play. It's a fake.
Looking
it's going to be a screen play. He's got him, and he's got a block. Smith misses the tackle. Braxton comes back across the green and fumbles the football. It's recovered by number 1 of Luers, and he's got open field. Nate Leeper trying to get down there to make a play on it, and he cannot. Number 2 will take it to the house for Luers. A fumble recovery, a great job of stripping the ball from Braxton Miller. What a change of events in just one play.
We've seen huge plays that have been called back on Luers. As Cody talked about that fumble recovery earlier that we're not sure what happened on, and then the long run by Jalen for the touchdown. But no doubt on that one, pretty clean play. The ball fumbled by Braxton, just took a perfect bounce right to the Bishop Luers defender and pretty much went untouched. Nate had a great effort trying to get to him, but just did not have the angle to get to him on that one. So huge momentum shift. I mean, there's 5 minutes left, so you can't assume this one's over by any stretch of the imagination, but that is a big blow.
Extra kick kicking into the wind, and he does put it through the uprights. It's 28-14. 5 minutes to go. The Lions will be taking this kick here. That play, the way the Lions seem to come up with the last few big plays, it was only appropriate that Luers got one themselves, and this one a huge, huge turnover. Whenever you're moving the ball in the opponent's field and then you turn it over for a score, that certainly kills momentum. goes from a one-score game to a two-score game. The Lions have been down before. This is a team, remember, of a lot of seniors. Last season, the Lions, as juniors, struggled through the first part of their season before really kicking it up and moving into the playoffs. They have to dig deep. They have to remember those times right now, and they really have to find a way to stay together. They cannot lose sight of each other. A quick score. The Lions have been able to stop Luers the last few possessions, that they can get a quick score somehow and then use their timeouts to get a stop. This ball game is not over, folks. Stay with us here. The Lions certainly are not about to give up in this one. They've given Luers everything they've had to this point, and they are not about to slow down now. Back to kick for Luers, number 29, Greg Strack. He's kicking into this wind. A big playmaker in the return game, Mr. Zelmer back there, number 34. We'll see if he can kick it to him. If he does, we could have an interesting play here, and he does. All right, Zelmer, he's got it, and he fields it, and he takes it up the middle. He's got room to run, and he's taken down just short of the 30-yard line.
And a good head of steam. Good head of steam going in that one. Just got his ankles clipped, and when you're moving that fast and your ankles get hit, it's pretty tough to retain balance. We do have a final, and the Penn Kingsmen were able to hang on for a big win. That Wild Bunch defense for the Kingsmen playing well again, only giving up 10 points to Snyder. So the Kingsmen will be heading to Lucas Oil next weekend. Making the South Bend region has now Washington, which has already won. South Bend St. Joe is also leading. So 3 teams look like they'll be advancing, potentially a 4th if Bremen can pull off this comeback.
High formation for Leeper under center. Here's the snap, and it's a play fake to Miller, and he shakes one. He's still on his feet, and then he stiff arms another, but he's finally taken down. There's just, that's a tough spot. I'm not real sure about the play action there. They're obviously headhunting for pass. They did have time. He shook one, unable to get past another. The Lions here certainly up against it. Second and will be 20 yards. Clock now under 5 minutes. Clock at 4 minutes, 30 seconds. Offensive line from Bremen cannot give up. They have to find a way to slow down this Luers pass rush. Nate Leeper has to have time to get the ball to his receivers here. Safety deep. Nate Leeper drops back. He's got men open. He throws, and it's going to be picked off. Ethan Pike fell down, and it's picked, and it is returned by number 21 for another score. Second defensive touchdown of the game for Luers.
Last couple minutes. This one's getting blown open right now, folks.
Could all but have written the final score there. Just to
looked like Ethan might have lost a little footing, threw off the timing with him and Nate on that curl route. That timing is oh so important. And just a little slip up could put it off target like it did right there. It was bobbled at first by number 21, but he was able to reel it in, and then was basically untouched. Austin Gall put forth a good effort trying to chase him down, but just too quick on the sideline.
Tough play for the Lions, and back-to-back big breaks from Bishop Luers. Here comes the kick now for Bishop Luers. The kick is off. It is up. It looks to be good, and it is 35-14. We just heard from someone in Iowa. I want to give them a shout-out all the way out in Des Moines. Thank you for joining us tonight. Well, we've seen big comebacks in the past. This would take just about the biggest one we've ever seen. The Lions on the brink here, certainly an incredible season. 4 minutes left, 3 timeouts.
This game has turned on a dime really quickly. 3 minutes ago, we were looking at the Lions having the ball on the almost the 30-yard line, really. I think it was about the 34, marching in potentially to tie this one up. And all of a sudden, we had the fumble that was returned and then the interception. So it has now opened up into a 21-point deficit for the Lions, which is it can be they can do it, no doubt. They have players that can make plays. We've seen long plays already from the Lions, but they almost have to go flawlessly from this point out.
It's tough at this point because, Luers is going to be backed off. They're going to be playing deep. They're not going to allow that big play to come up, or at least they're certainly going to try not to. Here's the deep kickoff, and it is actually short at the 20, fielded by Zellner, who cuts up field, breaks one tackle, and he's taken down at about the, 34-yard line.
We've seen pretty good coverage from this kickoff team from Luers all night. They looked really good, swarming the defender. very fast getting downfield and blowing up those Bremen blocks. We thought Zelmer might have some holes early on a couple of returns, but those holes just been getting closed too quickly by the Luers kickoff team.
Fort Wayne Luers, an absolutely excellent team, beautiful facility here. We've really enjoyed our time here. And now the Lions down to their last drive. They almost have to get a score here, there's no doubt. Here's the snap. He has time to throw, and he does. He's got a man overthrown. Overthrew Heaney to the sideline there.
Leeper took a shot on that one as he let go. Pretty tough to deliver the ball on the money when the guy's drilling you in the chest. So very, very tough throw there from Nate. Just a little too high for Heaney to gather in.
It all comes back, of course, Chris, to that fumble. Braxton Miller coming on that route on the screen. You know, he had room to run. You got to protect the football. We talked about it from the very beginning. Turnovers were going to really hurt the Lions. Certainly do not want to put this game on one play, but that was definitely a turning point here in the fourth quarter. Some other big plays, obviously, the holding penalty on Luers, things like that. Here's the play here. It's a play fake. Leeper rolls to his left, throws downfield. He's got Heaney, was drilled by number 1, Tyvel Jemison, yet again. Looks like they're going to spot him past the first down marker, and they will. Clock is stopped at 3 minutes 44 seconds while they reset the down. Lions really in need of a quick strike. We'll see what happens here. It's tough to get a quick strike when you've got this many safeties deep. They're playing 2 safeties deep, which for the most part Luers has not done. They've been playing out most of the evening. Coach Lindsay now able to back off, play a little bit smarter here in the fourth quarter. Nate Leeper is under center, split back formation, tight end left, 2 wideouts out there. Here's the short drop and throw out to Nepper, who bobbles again, but able to make the catch. Referee's not fast to blow the whistle as he's taken maybe 10 yards back from where he caught the football.
Got a few finals in. Indianapolis Chittard whooped on Corydon 38-6. Lafayette Central Catholic, and by far their closest game of the season, winning 17-0 over Sheridan, a very good Sheridan team as well. We mentioned the Penn score 28-10 over Snyder, and then South Bend St. Joe leading 21-13 in the fourth.
Here's Leeper under center again. Snap, he drops back, short drop, pump fake, and he throws deep. He's got a man, and it's overthrown. This win has been tough for both teams all evening, and that one hurts the Lions quite a bit there. The ball will be spotted once again, 49-yard line. Lions just trying to get something going. We're just gone under 3 minutes to play in the game, 3rd and 5. The Lions really should have had a score there.
Yeah, it looked like, I believe that was Nepper, had a few steps on his man. That wind just pushing it a little further than Nate had intended that one. Sean doing a very good job of attempting to get that one, beat his man. But once again, the Lions line up in I formation.
High formation, Heaney moving from left to right. Leeper under center. Here's the snap, and it's a play fake to Miller, who picks up a blitz, throws downfield. The diving receiver.
Yeah, there's the flag. That was a very late hit on Nate. No doubt the NFL would have called that one helmet to helmet on the quarterback with the way they're protecting. But that was a very dirty hit by the defensive lineman. I believe it was number 71 for Bishop Luers. Just looking to get a lick in on Nate, who's defenseless after he delivered the ball. It was not an excusable hit by any stretch of the imagination.
We've seen a pretty clean game to this point. Both teams have really fought hard. This is what you expect out of a semi-state game. Bremen kind of let things unravel here in the fourth quarter, but if you've been watching with us, quarters 1 through 3, even most of the way into the fourth quarter, we saw a great game. It was really with 6 minutes left that things really turned, and within the last 3 minutes, and it was really just in about a 1 minute stretch that Luers was able to put up the 2 scores off of Bremen turnovers. And now 2 minutes 52 seconds here in the fourth quarter. The Lions, here's the snap. Leeper drops back. He has time yet again. He throws outside. Nepper cannot make the catch. This wind playing such a factor here late in this football game. But the Lions giving it everything they've got. They're not going to go down to the final whistle, which is exactly what you'd expect from this team. I'll tell you what, in the playoffs so far this year, I feel like Luers has had their backups in every single game when it comes to the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
In this game, certainly not the case. Lions have stuck a close game with them to this point, and you never know. A score here and an onside kick, and this game could be right back to where it needs to be. But the Lions need a score, and they need to do it very quickly. 2 minutes, 46 seconds left. Spread formation. Leeper drops back. He's got plenty of time. Bunch back in coverage, overthrown. Oh, boy, that one was almost another turnover. He overthrew Ben Heaney into the hands of I think it was number 24, possibly number 11, over in that direction. It went off his hands.
We've seen that play from Bremen a lot tonight, where they'll run 3 verticals, and that 4th receiver will kind of run a hesitation, kind of a corner post route, and will just delay and come across the middle. And I think that's what we saw there again, just a little too far of the outstretched hands of Heaney. Couldn't reel that one in, but that is the same play that he scored on earlier in the game. So Holmes, no doubt, wanting to go back to that one.
3rd down and 10 for the Lions. A very big 3rd down here. They need to get a first down. 2 safeties deep for Luers. Leeper drops back. He has times. He sets, throws outside to Huppert, who has the catch. Good enough for a first down. Gets it just good field awareness by Mitch Huppert, and he gets out of bounds as well. Knew where the first down marker was, knew where the sideline was.
Yep. Good job, Mitch, getting out, stopping the clock, keeping his feet in bounds, like you said. Good job of Nate finding him. Nate had all day on that one. Good job by the offensive line. So pretty good play for the Lions right there.
Very impressed with the Bremen offensive line. This is a very fast Luers team, and whenever you get into a mode like this where you're passing, the defensive line has the advantage. They can pin their ears back and come right at Nate Leeper. But a huge shout out to the Bremen offensive line, as they've given him a lot of time to throw here. Maybe a little bit of contain mode, but certainly the Lions not looking at it that way. Here we go, 25-yard line. It's a snap to Leeper. He drops back. He throws downfield. He's got a man, and it is a short pass play, only good for maybe 5-6 yards. Looked like the tackle was at the 20-yard line, which in that case would put them at 2nd and 5 from the 20. They got to go no huddle here.
Nope, timeout.
That first timeout. You don't want to see those timeouts called on offense. You want to save those for possibly a defensive stop. But Coach Holmes thinking of it one possession at a time. Maybe he believes in that onside kicking game just this much.
Yeah, I think you got to make sure you score first, so whatever it takes. But, good job. Lions are moving the ball a little bit on this drive. Definitely got to stay away from the turnovers again if they're going to look to score once again.
Well, we do want to give congratulations to South Bend, Washington for making it to state. That team certainly has some athletes on it. Garrick Dieter at wide receiver, a very talented young man.
David Perkins in the backfield as well.
Perkins, he had committed to Notre Dame originally. He changed that. Not really sure where he is looking at going now, but we wish them the best of luck at state, as well as the Penn Kingsmen, the representatives in 5A. They're going to have a tough task in Carmel.
Yeah.
Chris and I have gotten to watch them this season, and that team is something else. Their running back, fantastic lengths. Hughes, the defensive end, a very talented player as well. So
definitely.
And now we can also congratulate St. Joseph's. They are moving on to state as well. Here's the snap by Leeper. And it is a play fake, thrown downfield. He's got a man in the end zone, out of the hands of Ben Heaney yet again. The wind is just tough.
It's tough to play that one the way it's whipping. Nate tried to put a little bit of touch on that one and fit it in there in the corner, but just a little bit of too far on that one. Look, they tried the wheel pump fake, and that worked pretty well against Wheeler last week. He had a big reception on that one. Looked like he beat his man again and just forwarded a little bit too far once again.
Lions here have the ball, 3rd and 5, ball at the 20-yard line of Luers. Just trying to get that score here, get that onside kick team back on the field. And Leeper drops back, has time yet again, and that one looks like it was caught. And Mitch is going to get enough for a first down. The ball was kind of bobbled around.
Yeah.
Wasn't sure who came up with the ball there, but Huppert gets the ball, makes the catch, and runs out of bounds. Good enough for a Bremen first down.
And Mitch has got those big hands, big frame as well, and was able to, like you said, it's kind of almost like he's fighting over a rebound on that one.
Yep.
And did a very good job of securing that one, and then picking up a few extra yards, actually. Kind of carried some defenders on his back right there.
We've seen Mitch do that a lot this season. He's a big guy. He's a post player in basketball, tight end here in football, and he's done a great job. He also mixes in on the D-line. 2 minutes, 10 seconds left. I'll tell you what, not one Lions fan has left this place. There are tons of fans on the Bremen sideline. It's a give up the middle to Nepper. He's got nowhere to go. A tough run there for the Lions. 2 minutes, 6 seconds left.
And although we've talked about this being a senior-dominated team so many times, Nepper is definitely a bright spot for the future. Eric Nepper, just being a sophomore, I believe, has a lot of potential, has had some very extremely good games this year. Definitely a bright spot in the future for Coach Holmes and this Bremen staff to look forward to next season.
Well, 2 minutes, 6 seconds remaining. 2nd and 8. Ball will be at the 13-yard line. I know we told you a lot of these scores before. we also are going to give you a quick reminder of our sponsor for the evening before I go over the scores again.
Our biggest sponsor tonight is First Federal Savings Bank, community banking at its best. We have been locally owned and operated since 1966 as community bankers. Our continuing mission is to serve our customers with the newest competitively priced products delivered to them with state-of-the-art technology. So big thanks once again from First Federal Savings Bank for all their support of the Bremen football team.
One of the other finals we got, Cathedral finishes off Columbus East and Gunner Kiel season 62-7.
Wow.
Trouncing there. So Cathedral roars into the state finals. Yep. So a lot of Indy teams going to be represented at
Perhaps this wind messing with Gunner's passing a little bit as well.
I would agree.
Could question that.
This is very tough. Nate Lieber drops back, and he is going to be taken down. Sack on the play for the Bishop Luers Knights. Coach Holmes probably going to rush into the line. He doesn't want to use that last timeout. It'll be third down here. I'll tell you what, we've seen a lot of Bishop Luers, and in this situation, you know, I can't really discredit that sack. I mean, like we've said, the defensive line's just putting their ears back coming for Nate. So
yeah.
Here's the snap. It's a play fake. He rolls right. He's got time. He throws into the end zone. It is Nepper who makes the catch into the end zone for a touchdown. That is the score that the Lions needed to see. They would have liked to have gotten it earlier, but it's a score nonetheless with 1:35 remaining in this game. 35 Fort Wayne Luers and Bremen, pending an extra point, will have a 35-21 game.
Good play call there by Holmes. We've seen the play action with Nate rolling out a few times, and that quick play action fake, since the running game's kind of been opened up a little bit, has allowed Nate to get outside that defensive end as he collapses and give Nate a little bit more time in a clear alley to pass the ball. And good job by Sean right there on the crossing route and just getting open, beating his man, and making a great catch.
Schlar then to attempt the extra point for the Lions under the hold of Ben Heaney. Here's the snap. The ball is set. Schlar's kick is up, and it looks to be good, but it may have.
Yep.
And it was good, yes. Definitely towards the left post, but it does go through nonetheless. 1:35 remaining. You know, we've seen some crazy comebacks before. This one would be up there.
Yeah.
The Lions will no doubt onside kick here with 1:35 remaining. They've gotten some on the season. They've got some interesting ways to do it. Coach Holmes is going to find something that he believes will best fit his team in this position. And we're about to see what he has in store.
Then you get a look at the scoreboard. 35-21. Bishop Luers leading the Bremen Lions here with just 1:35 remaining.
And the situation is basically you get this onside kick or the game's over. Bremen only has one timeout left. The sense of urgency is very real. The season hangs in the balance on this one play. Onside kicks are not easy to get, and certainly with the cold weather, I have to say, we could be the ones who have the advantage. We've seen the ball go off receivers' hands all day today. We would not be surprised if that happened again here. So the Lions will run this onside kick formation. All their men over to the right. Schlarb is in for the onside kick this time around.
Bishop Luers dividing the field with their return team, just perhaps suspecting something. Now they shift a little bit towards the strong side for Bremen, but perhaps suspecting something going to the weak side, which you always have to be careful about.
Schlarb will come on for the onside kick. Just a reminder of how the onside kick works in football. Have got to get 10 yards before you touch the football. So the Luers Knights line up right around that 10-yard line. Really want to make sure that they get this in the football game. The field, that one is off one hop, and the ball is loose. The Lions appear to have recovered, and no signal yet from the referees. But and they did. The Lions have got the football. I'll tell you what, folks, this press box has started to clear out. I've seen the Luers coaches come down from up top. And you know what? This Lions team, they just never quit. They're going to have the ball in Luers field position. I mean, we're just excited up here.
Yeah, definitely.
I cannot say enough.
Outstanding kick by Schlarb. It's not easy by any stretch to get that onside kick. bouncing the way you want it to. It took a couple fast hops and eluded the first man. It looked like it went off his shoulder. And it almost looked like the third level receiving member for Luers reeled it in, but then it was on the ground again, and Bremen swarmed to it.
All right, minute 30 remaining here. I'm glad you stuck with us. 35-21, Luers leads. It's a spread formation for Leaper. You got to find a way to get the ball out of bounds after the catch. Here's the throw. It's a curl route. He's got his man, and he gets out of bounds. It's going to be a gain of about 7 yards. Catch right around the 35-yard line. Good ball, 7 yards, and only 6 seconds runs off the clock.
So this has by far been the most impressive quarter of throwing the football for the Lions. Nate's had some pretty good time throughout this quarter. Definitely had the wind at his back to aid him. Besides that one pick where it appeared Pike lost a little bit of footing, Nate's looked very good and been putting the ball in very good position for his receivers to make the catch and have some yards to work with afterwards.
2nd and 3, ball at the 35-yard line. The Lions trying to get yet another score and make this a one-score ball game. Spread formation. Here's the snap to Leaper. He's got a man coming backside. Throws it up top. He's got Pike, and he's got the... Oh, no! He had it in his hands. A sure touchdown for Ethan Pike would have brought this one to a one-score game with a minute 17, but a huge drop.
Ethan had his man beat. It was 1-to-1. One-on-one on the outside. Nate took a shot with one of his better receivers. Pike's made play after play throughout the year, just going up over defenders, and it looked like the defender was right with him until the last second, and the defender kind of underestimated that ball from Leaper. Leaper threw a bomb. The wind carried it perfectly. Pike saw it carrying. Pike was in position to make the catch and just slipped out from his hands. So tough break there. There's still hope for the Lions, though.
3rd and 3, minute 17 remaining in the game. Spread formation. Big blitz by the Luers Knights. He gets the ball outside, but it's incomplete. May have felt rushed on that one. Not the most precise ball. And now, just like the onside kick, this 4th and 3 is either first down or the ball game is over.
The Lions season hinges on this play right now. And like you said, Luers will be able to run out the clock if this 4th down is not met by the Lions here.
I'm very, very surprised that Lindsey brought as many as he did on that play. I think he's a little frustrated at the way this game's been played. I think he's really frustrated about the fact that touchdown was just dropped. Minute 13 remaining, 4th and 3. Here's your ball game, folks. Leaper in the spread formation. There are 5 down linemen for the Luers Knights. He drops back, he sets, he throws, and he throws it incomplete. No flags on the play. Luers takes over. And I'm afraid that for the Lions, that spells the end of their season. The victory formation will come out onto the field for the Luers Knights, and they certainly did not give up in this one.
We've seen them battle back in this 4th quarter, and like we said, at that 6 or 7 minute mark, the Lions were marching, had the ball on the 34-yard line, moving in just down by 7, 1 score away, and just were unable with turnovers to finish this one off. Very tough loss for Bremen. Definitely played their hearts out.
They've earned the respect of the Fort Wayne Bishop Knights. 35-21 as Kanapke will come out. Doesn't look to be a real kneel formation, but they do it.
There was a man in motion. They weren't exactly set on that play yet. Not sure why it's difficult to get into the victory formation. You would figure they've done this throughout the year. Technically not an undefeated team, having 1 loss, but I mean, if you look at that game, they won it 53-0 on the scoreboard. They just had an ineligible player come in at the end of the game, so that one goes down as a loss in the record books. But I mean, when you look at it, they've won every game on the scoreboard. So you would think they've had this victory formation thing down by now, but a little setback there for the Knights. Clock is still ticking, though. It will be first down once again. Clock at 50 seconds, so just a couple more plays.
Not really sure that the clock should have started on that one.
Yeah.
The play did not get off, but considering the way this is to play out, does not really matter. There's the kneel down by Kanapke. Clock running. They have not started the play clock yet. Still have not started the play clock. Looks as though they will slowly spot the ball.
I don't think they're going to have to run another play. Looks like it just enough time.
Is the ball game. The Lions finish their best season in recent memory, 13-1. impressive wins against teams like John Glenn, Jimtown, Wheeler,
Plymouth.
Lewis, Cass, Tippy Valley. They handled their schedule. They handled it with class. For the Lions, they have nothing to be ashamed of. They gave the Fort Wayne Bishop Luers Knights all they could ask for in this one. A shame that it came down to the turnovers in the fourth quarter. But we thank you for joining us on Broadcast Sportsnet. It's tough to swallow this one, but these guys certainly deserving teams to meet at this point, and we hope that this is not the last time we get to see a semi-state matchup between these two teams.
Yeah, thank you, all of you listeners, for tuning in and just following us here on BroadcastSports.net these last couple weeks.
We have Daryl Yaw about to join us here.
Okay, before we lose our audience, I want to say that thanks to Cody and Chris, and our camera guy is Barry Zeltwinger and Matt Barr for helping. And the other thing is, we were wanting to get together a team to do all the broadcasts this year for Bremen, and the guy that was going to do it decided he didn't want to. But we'd love to get something together next year for football, or somebody, a little birdie told me that basketball was going to be pretty good
They
this
should have
year.
a great team this year.
If
yes.
there's any students, parents, whatever, would be interested in doing some games, let us know. Give us the email at sales@broadcastsport.net. And with that, I think we'll turn it back to give Chris back the headset, and they can give us some final thoughts, and we'll sign off after a bit. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Daryl. The final here, once again, from Luers Field. Luers 35, Bremen 21. Closing thoughts here, Chris. What are your closing thoughts on this one?
Very tough loss for the Lions, like we said. I mean, the final margin being 14. Those two turnovers that were pretty much back-to-back that the Knights took advantage of and didn't even let their offense get back on the field. They just took them to the house for 6. And so those kind of end up being the difference in this one, unfortunately. I think Bremen had 3 turnovers officially. And so very tough season. These guys have worked hard, the senior group. They've overcome a lot. Coach Holmes has done a fantastic job just rallying the community behind this team the last 2 years that he's been at the helm. Just an outstanding coaching staff that he's assembled around him. And they've been just really good with these players. These players bought into Coach Holmes' system from the start. And, yeah, he's just done an outstanding job rallying this community that has been down in recent years since the state trips in 95, 94. Not a whole lot being done by the Lions, and Coach Holmes really restored that Lion pride that is so often talked about. And, yeah, it's just an outstanding job that he's done with this program.
I'll tell you what, if you look over to the sideline, the Bremen Lions have a tradition. Every time they win, they sing to their fans, and the fans want to hear that song one more time here at Semi-State. They'll sing Fight On, O Bremen one last time this season. The seniors, what a group, 18 of them. Me and Chris were seniors when they were freshmen, and that class has stuck together so well. We were impressed with their numbers then. None of them have given up. They all knew exactly what would be in store for them if they stuck together. This group did just that. They brought Bremen football back on the map. They brought this community together. You look at those stands, you look at that crowd, and you have to be impressed. Folks, we just want to thank you again for joining us. Chris and I have had a great time calling these games in the booth. And now as we look out on the field to see the Lions being welcomed by Coach Holmes, he's going to give one last speech to the seniors.
And there you see the Bishop Luers Knights getting their trophy, and the Bremen Lions, captained by Burkholder, Heaney, Leeper, and Hall, going to receive their semi-state runner-up trophy.
You see the respect for these two teams. You know, Luers really is a heck of a football team, and I think coming into this game, so many teams discredited the Lions and said that they really didn't stand a chance. I heard one projection being a 27-point win for the Luers Knights. Bremen plays with a class unlike any other at this level, and Bishop Luers matched that tonight. We had a terrific football game. The Lions will walk away really the third best team maybe in the state. You know, you don't have a third place game, but they'll be third place in our hearts. Absolutely a great team, a great season for these guys. As for now, this may be the last time for me and Chris, but we will be signing off. I want to thank you again for joining us here on BroadcastSport.net. For Cody Sears and Chris Heaney,
Signing off. We want to thank Daryl Y'all as well for giving us the opportunity to spread this game across the country, really, for everyone.
And folks, as a final closing thought, we just want to remind you all, clear eyes, full hearts.
Can't lose.
Thanks for joining us.